Ambetter Health. Same front row as Daytona, but a new pole sitter, Michael McDonald.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Ambetter Health 400 live stream. I am Double D, and here we are for race 2 of the season.
Man, I know how much of a challenge this racetrack is for the drivers. Tell us about your car. You think you got the handling where it needs to be? Because you definitely have the speed. Congratulations.
Thanks, Kevin. I don't know. I'll let you know in 10 laps how the handling is. Really proud of everybody on this Benevone Ford Mustang. Fast 2 weeks in a row. So we've got to execute, make count, get the checker flag.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck today. We know you'll give it all it has, so we'll be watching.
All right, thank you, guys.
Now, outside pole sitter Joey Logano will have to drop to the rear because of a violation in qualifying. Look at Logano's left glove that he holds up to block the airflow through the open part of the window. Look at the webbing between the thumb and forefinger like a baseball glove. That is modifying an SFI-approved part. That is not permitted. Logano will drop to the rear and do a pass-through penalty. Row 2. Kyle Busch returned to the Truck Series and won yesterday, while Todd Gilliland has his best career start ever.
He's trying to give old Kyle Busch a shot here. How about you, Kyle Busch? It's board the boards up the boots. You got us?
Yes, sir. Got you.
And been a good week so far. Truck win yesterday. The old hot rods fast today. What do you think out here?
Yeah, this Tenor Camaro looks good up front, so we want to keep it here. We changed some things from what we did last year, and so far so good. So hopefully that helps this year. Race today, we can keep up with these guys. So some good spot, take home a trophy.
How about the balance, speed versus handling? We've been talking about this, heard drivers talking about it. Where do you think that's going to play out?
Yeah, it's a little warmer than I expected that it would probably be today. So you definitely want to have the handling go for you, but you got to be fast enough to make that handling work. If you're handling good and you ain't fast enough, you're just sitting stuck where you're at. So you got to be able to make some moves.
Well, you were certainly making moves last week. Good luck out there, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Row 3 will be Kyle Larson Chevrolet and Ryan Blaney's Ford. Ryan, top 10 in the last 3 races here. Chris Buescher ties his best Atlanta start, has a new son-in-law, Brett. Welcome. Austin Cindric, 3rd here in July of 22. Chase Briscoe finished 10th in the Daytona 500, and Austin Dillon looking for his second top 20 finish on the new Atlanta. William Byron, the Daytona 500 winner, who's been 2 in the last 4 years.
William Byron, the Daytona 500 winner. William Byron, the Daytona 500 winner. William Byron, the Daytona 500 winner.
Now the word star is lit up in bright lights all around him, and with that win in the Great American Race came a busy week ahead. He had to go to New York and do media. He came back to celebrate with the team at Hendrick Motorsports, and then he finally got to celebrate with his team, the 24 bunch, later on Thursday. With that busyness, William knows that there is potentially a Daytona 500 hangover that can come from this, but Rudy Fugo, his crew chief, told me they worked hard this week to make sure that would not be the case. They want to come here and go 2 in a row at Atlanta.
Starting 13th, the guy who has a lot of success on these style racetracks, Denny Hamlin. And starting 14th, Josh Berry, who finished 18th here last spring.
How about row 8? Number 10, Noah Gregson started 15th. Vegas boy finished 9th in the 500. Eddie McGoodman looking for some more. Harrison Burton on his outside, that's 21. Got beat up last week. Needing a better run today.
Row 9, Alex Bowman was a foot away from winning the 500 on Monday, and Bubba Wallace finished 5th in the 500. Tyler Reddick was 5th in this race last year, and Ryan Preece, that's right.
Starting 21st is Ross Chastain, who's finished 2nd here twice, and Christopher Bell finished 3rd in this race last year.
Daniel Suarez was the runner-up here last July, and Brad Keselowski was runner-up here last March. Ty Gibbs finished 9th here last year. Daniel Hemrick is in his first Cup race on the new Atlanta. Row 14, Ricky Stenhouse, top 10 here last July, and Chase Elliott, who won here last July. Jamie Little.
Well, Georgia's favorite son, Chase Elliott, has his work cut out for him. They had already qualified mid-pack. They had that penalty. They'll have to start in the rear. But I talked to Alan Gustafson, his crew chief. He said, despite all that, he is optimistic. He said, we didn't focus on qualifying. We focused on drivability of this race car. We feel like we're going to be able to drop to the bottom and make those runs. They're going to have to do that if he wants to drive to the front and win at his home track for the second time.
Thanks, Jamie. Now, Chase Elliott's team changed an engine sensor this morning. That is why his team, his car will go to the rear for the start here. So, boy, going to be some comers and goers right from the get-go.
Yeah, and as you go through this whole field, it has a theory on what needs to be right. And I think we'll see that play out right in front of us. Larry, what you have?
Yeah, this is a very fast 1.5-mile track with a lot of on-throttle time. Two key words we've already heard probably 15 times is handling and speed. Now, something that really plays a role in that is the rear spoiler. So let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car. Let's talk about that rear spoiler. Now, here in Atlanta, a super speedway, we run a 7-inch tall rear spoiler. Next week in Las Vegas, another track, it's going to be 4 inches tall. So let's take a look at the airflow with the two different spoilers. Look at the airflow over the car with a 7-inch rear spoiler. A lot of downforce, gripping the rear tires, but a lot of drag. Now, next week in Vegas with that 4-inch rear spoiler, not near as much pressure on the rear tires. A lot less downforce, a lot less drag. In fact, it's 30% less downforce. But Kevin and Clint, I'm hearing teams do a lot here in Atlanta to take air off that spoiler to try to help the straightaway speeds.
Well, you see the difference in what that did with the air. But that's why they're able to draft the way they are. You can see how it pushes that air, that big spoiler pushes a big hole in the air, enabling that car behind them to really pull up to the car in front of you. But that's when you run into trouble. You get up there, you need the downforce. If the air's over your top of you, you don't have the downforce on your car.
And that's the balance that the crew chiefs and the teams have is how can we get that big spoiler out of the air and be able to get as much speed out of our car as possible. But I'm telling you, you're going to want downforce today to make that baby drive good.
Risk versus reward. Now, pit road entry here is different from last year. New procedure instituted last July. At turn 3 is the commit cone and the entrance to the start of pit road. And under green, 90 miles an hour from there to the yellow line at the beginning of pit road, where pit road speed is 45 miles an hour. Now, under caution, that whole distance from turn 3 down to turn 1 is 45 miles an hour. But under green, going around the apron on 3 and 4, you're at 90 plus the tolerance.
That's getting to pit road. Now you get to pit road and all heck breaks loose here, Kevin. A lot of things going on, different strategies and everything else. Tight pit boxes make it hard for these cars to get in.
Yeah, those tight pit boxes make it tough because the cars become so hard to turn. They're really lazy to turn at slow speed, and we see everybody trying to get as much as they can, and there's just been a lot of contact. So with the small pit boxes and the cars not turning well, it could result in chaos.
I'm going to go back to the pit road speed you talked about. Mike, you just told us 90 mile an hour coming in and then down to 45. That needs gear changes, Kevin.
Well, it does. And if you do have to pit under green, you got to have that spotter in your ear telling you, hey, you got to be in whatever gear you've selected, 4th gear, and be able to go around that corner and then downshift to 2nd gear coming down the straight section of pit road. So it's a little bit.
Let's see. So, yeah, it was announced that Logano is going to the back of this race. He's going to the back right now after he did not pass inspection. Chase Elliott also had to make an unapproved adjustment, so he'll be starting in the back as well. And they're going over to race analysis, which I'll be back real quick.
So Joey Logano is the caboose in this 37 Camry. Listen to it.
Hi, fellas. Got our work cut out for us today, but that's all right. We have the team to do it. We'll keep fighting hard throughout it. Take every opportunity we can to get back on the lead lap. We'll make sure we're there to get the try to win this thing. We know we got a fast car, so we'll keep our head in it.
Joey will carry the Hunt Brothers pizza can today.
Got different colored gloves on.
Yeah.
Red this time.
Well, it really tells you how small the details of things that they're looking for. Kudos to his team. I love when they're trying to push the limits and do everything that they can. You know, it's a balance, and it's not exactly close.
All right, I'm back, guys. It's a half a lap until the race starts and goes green. My prediction today, I think Ryan Blaney is going to take it all. Whoever's watching, leave in the comments who you think is going to win the race today.
Mike, this is going to be interesting. We different theories about what with the track being a little gray, it makes me think there's a little less grip, and that sun has been out all day.
So Larry's estimating Joey Logano when he does his pass through will go 1.5 to 1.
All right. Pace cars in. Here we go to the start. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, guys. As we're side by side for one, it is Michael McDowell and Kyle Busch going for turn 1 and 2. Kyle Busch has the advantage on the inside. As Kyle Busch is going to take the lead in the back straightaway right in front of Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell gives a crossover. He's going to pass him on the bottom right here. Who's going to lead lap 1? They're side by side coming out of turn 4, and Kyle Busch is going to lead the first lap. And we already have an accident. Few cars have crashed. Austin Dillon. I can't see what else is on the TV. But it looks like the big one already on lap 2. Christopher Bell. Daniel Hemrick. We'll have to see a replay of that, but it seems like few cars involved in that. Reddick as well. Already we have an accident.
Trouble in qualifying are caught up in this.
Always the risk, right? You start at the back of these fields and you put yourself in harm's way. But man, that is not what a lot of these guys wanted to see early. This is a big wreck.
Austin Dillon has not left the scene down there in turn number 1. Alex Bowman with a lot of damage, and Harrison Burton appears to be involved again. Noah Gregson, I say again, he was taken out in, lap 6 of Monday night's race.
Yeah, and you talk about Austin Dillon. He scored 1 point last week.
Let's look at the replay.
Outside, folks. If you watch here, these cars right in through here all start stacking up as they catch them. Accordion effect. We saw it at Daytona time and time again. Look at the accordion back here.
What happened was Todd Gilliland trying to make a hole for Michael McDowell to get up in that preferred lane in the middle, stacked that whole line up really hard.
Those guys had nowhere to go, didn't see it, landed right in their lap.
What a mess.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll take you through this. Okay. Here's another look. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, so. Todd Gilliland checks up. And that just causes a chain reaction right there. As Austin Dillon spins, so does Bubba Wallace. Oh, it involves Noah Gregson. Harrison Burton. Actually, it might have been a good thing to stay in the back. But already, we got a few cars involved. Interesting to see who continues.
Let's go, Brad. We gotta go.
Someone's in a hurry. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Can we go?
Faster. Oh, no, sorry. You see, I get discounts for my safe driving with Snapshot from Progressive. You should see my savings. They're nuts.
You told us he was a skilled wheelman.
No, I'm a wheelman. Family name on my mother's side. Irish.
Yeah, I had to hurry up and get the stream started. I did not have any time to set anything up. I don't even have notes on me, so I'm going to have to memorize everything that happens this race. So we already got an accident on lap 2. 2 races in a row that we've had an accident in the first 10 laps. Seems like what the trend's going to be like today.
At the Cracker Barrel, freshly made food at a fair price is just what we do. In fact, we've got over 20 meals under $12. Each served with a helping of care. Eat, shop, earn Cracker Barrel rewards.
You give, you give. This tax season you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get unlimited data. You get America's most reliable 5G network. You get a Samsung Galaxy A15 for only $99, so you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah! Good talk.
Turn your tax refund into a U-Fund. Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a month. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
So let's see if anyone joins the Discord. Seems like it's going to be only me this stream. So, but yeah, accident already on lap 1 or 2. Excuse me.
Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150. Tough this smart.
I just hope that this doesn't mean that everybody's going to go single file. Because that's gonna stink watching it.
And by Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Miller Lite tastes like Miller time.
So yeah, Noah Gregson's getting his car fixed.
We are under caution for a crash on lap 2.
I'd like to see who all was involved in this.
Goodyear, powering the race from green to checkered flag and every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven. 16 cars piled up in turn 1.
16 cars involved, Mike Joy is saying.
Accordion, turn, and ended up on the apron down in turn number 1. He has since driven away back to his pit. As many of these 16 cars are.
I think that's Josh Williams also involved. Daniel Suarez is getting repairs.
Maybe one car out of the race, Bowman, from what I can tell.
So yeah, it's just reported that Alex Bowman is out of the race. That's a bummer. Hendrick driver out of the race already.
Watch everybody come in. And some of these guys were way behind on points already. And I hate to be the person talking about points up here, but when you look at Austin Dillon and Harrison Burton and some of these guys that didn't have a good week last week, these guys all had a pretty solid week. Yeah, these guys are all good. These guys got points and wrecked and took care of themselves there because they had a good week.
Now, this one is the one you're talking about. And several of these guys were in that wreck again for the second week in a row. And that's where you're talking getting buried.
Yeah, and Tyler Reddick was the one that we noticed the most that's still sitting on pit lane and having trouble with his car from the damage from the wreck. So it just stacks up. And having 2 super speedway races in a row like this is the fear of starting in the back with a slow car, having a bad week at Daytona. And we haven't seen this before with 2 super speedways in a row. The magnitude of mess that you can be in after 2 races is going to haunt some of these guys.
It takes till late summer to get caught up in this, if you ever do. 16 cars involved in this pile-up. Turn 1, lap 2.
Toyota Racing is looking for iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing. Toyota Racing is looking for quick draw thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Why do we have to audition again?
Everyone is auditioning to get T-Mobile Magenta stats.
Drop off your car $1.
And T-Mobile will top off the gas.
It was good.
I think it's great. Say I can play high school, but I don't want to take a job from the kids.
Get a special rate on your Hill Kids Day.
They'd be crazy not to hire me, right?
Is this too much? What about the heat?
No need to audition. Introducing Magenta Status. Premium benefits from brands you love.
What's happening? T-Mobile Magenta Status.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5. That's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me, bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JBC for just $5.
I love your dress.
Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, right? I've been telling everyone. Yeah, did you hear that? I just said her first word. Can you say mama? Liberty. Can you say auntie? Liberty. How many people could you tell? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty.
This guy, bold and smooth survival skills.
Hello?
Should you become stranded, you're ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains. NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Toyota.
Let's Go Places. And by Credit One Bank. Now, Joey Logano on lap number 1 had to come down pit road after taking the green flag.
So, yes, this means that since that accident happened,
Serving his penalty from qualifying yesterday.
after Joey Logano started in the back, now he's back in the middle of the field since that crash happened.
He comes out of this smelling like a rose. He is the 20th place car. Everybody behind him was involved in the crash.
It was him.
And he has served his penalty. Jamie.
And Chase Elliott planning on coming down pit road now for the 3rd time. Most damage for him was on the nose and the left front area of the splitter. You see it all taped up right there. They also worked on that hood area.
Chase Elliott's also got damage, but I think he'll be fine as long as he repairs it a couple times.
Okay, they just got to get it right now. As you see him wiping the left front side of that race car.
About a dozen cars pitting here. Now, Alex Bowman's car came in on the hook, on the wrecker, and the wrecker stopped on pit road to not impede cars that were coming out from the pit stalls. Took a long time to get his car into the stall when they could work on it. I would imagine that NASCAR will adjust the damaged vehicle policy clock to account for the time that the wrecker was stationary, but we'll have to wait and see if they can get that car repaired.
Yeah, I see the hood flap in the crew member's hand right there. That'll be a big issue. You see Noah Gregson's car all tore up. The right front's tore off. The left side's got straight.
Yeah, it didn't seem like anyone in that accident got major damage, but quite a bit of cars were involved in that wreck.
Right off the bat, Kevin, obviously stacking up. That seemed almost too easy. That line really stacked up fast and caused a lot of trouble. Very fast.
Well, we've got that quad oval here, so the cars are being turned a little bit down the straightaway, so they're already light on their feet right there. And as I talked in the beginning of the broadcast, this is the place where the cars are the lightest. You always feel like you're up on top of the racetrack, you're going over bumps, and everything just happens really, really fast here. So as a driver, you're not comfortable all day, and we see how easy it is to get those cars turned around.
Josh Williams has taken his car to the garage. Repairs complete on Chase Elliott and Noah Gregson. Only Alex Bowman still sits on pit road as a result of this.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment.
Yeah, right now a lot of commercials, but understandable it's under caution still.
Daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. For the chance at clear or
I just hope this doesn't mean that everybody plays cautious now since that wreck happened.
finding their swimsuit is ready for prime time. Once daily Sotixu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotixu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotixu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotixu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotixu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one.
But yeah, I was supposed to upload a preview yesterday, and I couldn't. A lot of stuff happened. I ended up not feeling good. But I tried my best to make it here, and here I am for the live reaction. I will be uploading a post-race reaction Tuesday. Or Monday, depending on my timing and stuff.
Never backing down, pushing boundaries, giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
The will states that Mr. Marbles will receive everything he needs in perpetuity thanks to auto ship from Chewy.
I always loved that old man.
and he gets the summer house.
What?
Shop and get a $30 e-gift card to February 25th at Chewy.
Iowa's Caitlin Clark is already.
Yeah, this takes me insane.
Women's scoring leader. Can she break Pistol Pete's all-time
And they're your they're advertising Caitlin Clark for Iowa versus Ohio State next Sunday. I don't watch women's basketball, but she's been on fire, I've heard. Yes, a lot of Chase Elliott fans out because it's Chase home track.
A lot of talking going on in the grandstands up there. I love it. Let's race into that some trash talk. That's right.
Okay, so your front row is Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson. The Kyle and Kyle show coming to lap 11. Pace car is in. Let's see, yeah, 16 cars involved. I think a couple cars out of the race. Here we go. We're back, green flag racing. Kyle Busch clears Kyle Larson right away. As we'll see if anything else starts on the inside line. Both front row cars hooked up on the outside. A little bit squirrely up there at the start. As Larson's going to go to the inside now under Kyle Busch. And Kyle Larson now has the lead in front of Kyle Busch. And let's see if we can complete 2 laps this time. As Kyle Larson's going to lead this lap. We are now on lap 12. Kyle Busch crossed over, and now he's going to take the lead back from Kyle Larson. Okay, we made it. We may make it another lap. We made it through the second quarter. And there's Chris Buescher in third place. So yeah, we got 260 laps, but Kyle Busch leads this lap. And it seems like things have calmed down. Both rows are side by side through 16th, the 20th. Kyle Larson's pushing Kyle Busch, and Chase Briscoe is pushing Chris Buescher. Kyle Busch could not win it for the 19th time for the Daytona 500 last week. He is trying to win his first race of the season today. Oh, Chase Briscoe is making a move on Chris Buescher. He will complete that move as Christopher Bell is going to the garage. He is out of the race. Just a bummer that we had that accident happen on lap 2. Took out some good cars. Yeah, it seems like at the moment Kyle Busch is going to stay in the lead, but Chase Briscoe's trying to charge from second place to pass Kyle Busch. Oh, what's up, Jacob? Kyle Busch is in first place right now. He is leading in front of Chase Briscoe. Now, Chase Briscoe's on the inside. He is side by side with Kyle Busch. Kyle Larson is going to give Kyle Busch a push. Kyle Busch stays in the lead at the moment. It's a little bit squirrely between Austin Cindric and Ross Chastain in the back. But Kyle Busch has the lead at the moment still. So, yeah, we've had a few green flag laps, so I'm happy about that. Now Kyle Larson's in the lead in front of Kyle Busch, and he'll lead a lap as well. I looked away when it happened, I guess, when he made the pass. But Kyle Busch is fighting back. The crossover move on the inside. And he takes the lead back. A lot of lead changes in this Atlanta race so far. Now, we didn't see much of this in the beginning of the Daytona 500. Okay, what happened was there was a wreck on lap 2. It involved Austin. It was a 16-car pileup. Austin Dillon was involved. Chase Elliott was involved. Bowman, Bell, and others. Most of the cars are still out there, but Alex Bowman's out of the race. Christopher Bell's out of the race. And I think some other guy, but that's about it. Everybody else is still in it. But yeah, Chase Elliott's in 21st, so he's trying to make his way back up. As first three are single file going into lap 19. Chase Briscoe has fallen back. And your top five right now is Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Michael McDowell, Ryan Blaney, and Chris Buescher. And my pick to win is in second place. Now he's fallen back to fourth place. Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney has always been in the mix in the finishes, besides the last one, which was the Daytona 500 last week, where he wrecked out in that big one late in the race. As it's the Kyle and Kyle show, they're still battling for the lead. Kyle Larson's trying to look on the outside to make a move. He stays tucked in behind Kyle Busch. So yeah, now we're on lap 21. So far, things are quite peaceful at the moment. Not anything crazy. Kyle Larson's going to the top to block Kyle Busch. Blaney is trying to make a charge on the inside right there. And let's see. We're on lap 22 now. Ty Gibbs. We're on board with Ty Gibbs. He's going to get a push to, I believe that's, I can't really see who that is. But Joey Logano's going past on the inside of him. Oh, that's Todd Gilliland. He's trying to push. But yeah, right now, but now the top 10 are 2x2 once again. So we have some, it's not like last week where there's a bunch of fuel strategy. There's a bunch of racing at the beginning of this race. As we're heading to commercial break. Oh, yeah. So if you're watching this stream, comment who you think is going to win this race. I have Ryan Blaney. So, yeah. On commercial break, we got a Ford commercial. I'm a Chevy guy. I don't like Fords. Yeah, today's just one of those days where I just feel like going to sleep. I definitely don't feel as good. But I'm going to stay awake to watch this, that's for sure. Move my camera a little bit. I don't want to get in trouble for copyright. So, yeah, I can't really cover much right now because we're on commercial break. But before break, Kyle Larson's in the lead. Had some side-by-side racing, a bunch of lead changes between Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson. So, yeah, this race is a lot more interesting than what the Daytona 500 started out last week.
No matter what you call it, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's breakfast 2 for 3.
When I was your age, we never had anything like this. What? Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi that works all over the house. Even the basement. The basement?
And yes, guys, I am drinking a Baja Blast.
Dreams can come true. Xfinity
Not sponsored by it.
wall-to-wall coverage on all your devices, even when everyone is online.
Maybe we'll even get married one day. I wonder what I'll be doing. Probably still living here with Mom and Dad.
Fast, reliable speeds right where you need them. That's wall-to-wall Wi-Fi on the Xfinity 10G network.
Sometimes I imagine what I'd write today for my dear friend Martin. I'd remind people that all hate thrives on one thing: silence. The people who will change the nation are those who speak out, who refuse to be bystanders, who raise their voices against injustice.
There's been a lot of commercials in this race already. It's getting kind of aggravating. Now we're back, and we're under caution already. I wonder what the caution's for.
Did I say clean and green? I spoke too soon. Lap 25, Chris Buescher, turn number 4.
All right, they're saying there was a problem with Chris Buescher. We're going to see the replay here. As they're heading into turn 3, he's trying to push Chase Briscoe, and he's on the outside lane. He's in the middle. We'll see what happens here. The air got on him, and he got loose, and he spun around in the middle of the turn right there, out of turn 4. William Byron barely missed it, last week's Daytona 500 winner. That could have been a bigger accident, but only Chris Buescher went for a spin, and he's gathered back up. He should be back racing again. Yeah, it seems like something arrow from me, the reason why he spun there.
Handling is not good on any of these cars.
So yeah, Chris Buescher went for a spin, and he's probably going to be in the back. So second caution of the day.
Now this is William Byron. Talk about close calls.
And William did a great job right there.
Wow. Wow. On William Byron's onboard, you could see that was a near miss there.
Where that car is going to go, just enough to not get run over from behind. So great job by both of those guys keeping their cars from getting torn up. More than
and now we have pit stops, as we have quite a bit of cars going on pit road. I think, is that Blaney first place? Yeah, Blaney and Larson stayed out. Byron's pitting. LaJoy's pitting as well. Kozlowski's pitting. So yeah, we have our first green flag stops of the day, or not green flag stops, pit stops of the day. We'll see if everybody can get through pit road clean. Here we are on pit road, and I wonder if they're going to top up on fuel, or are they going to get tires? I expect probably tires.
Team said that we will be aggressive if we have to in terms of fuel.
So yeah, stops are going on. I'll let you know right after if everything goes all right. Yeah, it looks like Logano's just topping off on a fuel. And Logano's the first one out. Yeah, it seems like most of these guys are either topping off on fuel or they're getting tires. So Logano's the first one off pit road from the rear to working his way up the field. Man, I do not want Logano to win. Logano gets on my nerves. They're still working on Chase Elliott. I hope that's not a toe link that they're working on.
Whatever the scenario is that they're in, you got to start making adjustments to the car to cater to whatever situation that you're in. But I just can't stress enough. You see a lot of these cars sitting on pit road making adjustments to their cars, more repairs to their cars. The drivers are.
But yeah, they're still working on damage. It might be why other people are pitting.
I'm glad I'm up here because the 4 races that I drove here were the most uncomfortable that I've been in a race car in a long time.
All right, let's go for miserable and happy. Spring football. That'll put a smile on your face. And it's about to hit a whole new level as the USFL and XFL come together to unleash the United Football League. March 30th on Fox. USFL champion Birmingham takes on XFL champ Arlington. The UFL this spring on ABC.
So yeah, I believe Blaney will be in the lead whenever we go back to green here.
29 laps complete under caution. Let's check with Rio.
Well, Mike, you guys are talking about Clinton Kepner, talking about the booth up there. How how the handling on these cars looks. The drivers are a little bit confused inside the cars too at times right now. Listen to Kyle Larson.
Ride quality is just normal. Like you give them up, I'm sure if somebody's tucking behind me, it'll bother me, but where we're at right now, the race is not a big deal.
Well, I don't think anything's a big deal to Kyle Larson.
He's a different breed. He really is. He can drive a loose car better than anybody in that field, but it's not going to be as comfortable when they start pushing and shoving.
But yeah, maybe we had a lap 2 crash and cars aren't handling as good because we didn't really have any practice at all for this race like we did the 500, which for some races they need more practice than others, and especially here.
He was talking about the bumps after that aero discussion, but a lot of kind of guessing and question marks on his head there, it sounded like.
Well, that's typical for this place because, as we just saw with Chris Buescher, when that car gets staggered to the right, it puts air on that right front fender, and then if you're
I believe we're going back to green this time right now. Blaney and Larson are in the front row. Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell right behind them. You got Chase Briscoe, Chastain, Hamlin, Truex Jr., Josh Berry, and Bubba Wallace for your top 10. And it seems like they're going to hold them one more lap. Or no, they didn't even turn the lights off. McLaren made it look like there was. Made it look like the lights were on.
You knew it was going to be this way. You're sitting here listening to all these drivers. We were down there on the starting grid before the race, Kevin, and you know it's the plan, right?
I'm going to step aside real quick before we go back green.
And that's exactly what you're seeing. Some of these guys, it's playing right into their plan, and some of them, boy, they got their hands full.
And that sun has been out. And the other thing that we haven't talked about is the aging of the racetrack. And we see that it's grayer than it has been in the past. And that's the part that the teams can't really measure is, okay, what's that level going to be with the racetrack sitting around over the winter, and now we're here, and now the sun.
All right, I am back.
The sun has been that track temperature goes up, the track loses grip. So there's a lot of things that go.
So yeah, we've only had 2 green flag laps and caution laps in this race so far.
This is way worse than
Probably going to be a while before we finish this race today. At this rate.
16 laps and 14 have been cautioned. And we remind you, no practice, not before qualifying and no final practice. Let's try again, please. Blaney and Larson on the
Okay, here we go again. Pace cars in. Here we are on lap 32. Green flags back in the air. As we have Ryan Blaney in the lead. Kyle Busch is pushing him at the top. Kyle Larson's in the bottom there. So far, it seems even Steven throughout the field. As let's see who's going to lead this lap here. Kyle Larson's getting run on the bottom. Will Kyle Larson clear Blaney here? Nah, they are side by side, and I think Blaney led that lap there. Yeah, I didn't watch the Xfinity or the truck race. Like, I can't even get interested in those series like I used to. But I do like Shane Van Gisbergen when he won the Chicago Street Race last year, and he's running full-time to prepare for Cup eventually. As Kyle Busch is making a move on the inside, and he's going to take the lead away from Ryan Blaney as he clears him out of turn 2. But yeah, we've either had Busch, Blaney, or Larson lead this race so far. Kyle Larson gets a little up the track there. Going to lose a couple positions. And McDowell's back up here after starting on pole. So,
well, that's pretty typical at this racetrack, and that's why you'll hear a lot of these guys let off getting in the corner.
Yeah, we're at stage 1 with 26 laps to go. Hopefully, we could make it. I just want to see no cautions, any more cautions in this stage, please. We can make this cleanly through here. And right now, the inside line has the advantage. Kyle Busch is still in the lead. Yeah, I agree. Michael McDowell has gotten much better. Hamilton Front Row Motorsports has been improving throughout the past couple of years. He won at IMS last year, and I'm not sure if he'll win a race, but I feel like he'll have a successful year this year. Don't know if he'll be a playoff contender, but I know he won't suck. So Kyle Busch has a clear advantage right now. No one side by side with him yet. Oh, Blaney was a little close to the wall there, but they still keep it going.
Moving forward here, not nearly as easy as it is at Daytona.
And you're pouring the toy way out of the gas right there. And like you say, Mike, when these cars get single file like that, there's really nowhere to go. So you just have to.
So we got 22 laps to go. Kyle Busch is still in the lead. Got a few of the cars side by side. From, I think, second place on back. I'm just glad they're not going 50% throttle and just coasting it to the stage because that got really boring during the Daytona 500 last week. As Fox is showing some onboard cameras right now, Logano is sitting in 14th right behind. Not sure who he's behind. I think that's... They're going to commercial now. Going to commercial again. So Kyle Busch is still in the lead at the moment as we go to commercial break.
2 Nashville hot tenders and 3 Mandarin orange tenders.
Nice. What about you?
3 classic tenders.
4 butterfly shrimp. 4 gonna, baby. I'll win.
Looks like somebody needs a new hand.
Wait.
Thanks for sharing.
I'm not the buffet, guys.
Hopefully Chase Elliott can come back and he can win this race. That was only a lap 2 accident. He has enough time.
Laps till you wash it out. Guys are saying there's nothing easier. Anytime you want to look your best, try Just for Men Beard and Brow Color.
Let's see, in my league of the NASCAR competition, I picked Ryan Blaney to win this race. And let's look at all the picks so far. Okay, so it looks like no one picked Kyle Busch. So I'm good. Hopefully I can get a stage win here. Just need Blaney to stay in front of Larson so I can get a stage win in my league. So, yeah. So what I mean by league, I'm in this NASCAR competition on Instagram where we make our fantasy picks for NASCAR, and top 3 always gets points every week. You get a point for pole, you get a point for winning the stage, and you get extra points if you win the championship for the next year. So I'm hoping maybe I can win that league. I've been in there the last 2 seasons. I finished 3rd in 2022 and 2023. I got 2nd place. So maybe this will be the year. In 2024, I win a championship. All right, Jacob, you'll join it. I'll add you. But mind you, you can't make any picks right now because the race has already started. You can only make picks before qualifying. All right. Right there.
The dog's so cute. Ooh, so adorable. Wow.
There's only one Christopher.
There you go. You're officially in the chat.
Rest, adjust limitations.
Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers today.
I'm Connor.
But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look on the schedule real quick and see where they're racing next weekend.
What's your favorite part of the Kit Kat bar?
Let's see, because NASCAR has changed its schedule this year. It's not the same as it was the past couple of years. They're racing in Las Vegas next weekend, so that's probably gonna be. I could see either a Hendrick car or a Logano type driver winning that. Okay, they're showing the slow-mo as we're back on commercial break. What happened? All right, nothing. Now Michael McDowell's in the lead, and Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney are side by side. As it looks like it's mostly single file until up to Stenhouse, I believe. But yeah, Ryan Blaney's trying to get help from Ross Chastain to get back up. But at this point, McDowell's in the lead with Kyle Larson in second. Ryan Blaney's trying to make a run on the outside, and he's going to get there, and he's going to get past Larson for second place as he's behind McDowell. And to my viewers, you can also join my Discord server if you want to chat during this race. I have special guests come on and commentate the race as well. I'll put that in the stream real quick.
Yeah, I'm still of the opinion that Todd Gilliland was just trying to make sure he didn't fill that hole too fast to let Michael McDowell up. And they were already
All right.
like you said, Clinton.
Yeah, they're showing the replay of the wreck earlier. As they were passing the lap car of Noah Gragson right there. As Kyle Larson's losing momentum on the bottom. As Kyle Busch is going to go past him, and now Truex is making a move on Kyle Larson as he's going to get past. Larson has dropped to 5th place. 2 Fords in the front right now. Kyle Busch is in 3rd place. Let's see. How do I invite? All right. All right, there you go. I uploaded the Discord link if you want to join that. To anybody that's watching the stream, then they can join the chat. As Blaney and McDowell are side by side with 10 laps to go on the stage. Logano has the fastest lap with 186.15 average lap time.
Here we go, that third lane through 1 and 2. Ross Chastain all the way at the top. We're 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Let's see. Racing is picking up for the end of stage 1 as it looked like it was 3 wide for a moment. Oh, we got a spinner. It's Denny Hamlin. Oh, will he go back up the track? No, it's a single car spin, and the caution is out with 8 laps to go. It didn't look like anybody was trying to help him there. It didn't look like I think he kind of had the same problem Chris Buescher had earlier. Okay, we'll look at the replay and see what happens.
He's not going to be happy with this one. And he'll get away just before the safety car comes out. Well, what happened here?
All right, let's look at the replay. Denny Hamlin's in 6th place. Kyle Busch. Oh, Kyle Busch made contact with Denny Hamlin. He spun the 11th round.
Yeah, that would look like the classic case of 2. You got one going up, one coming down. These cars are just, I mean, that was pretty heavy contact.
Yeah.
They're light going through the front straightaway like that.
So I think Denny Hamlin's all right after that spin. Let's see. Kyle Busch is on board. Yeah, Denny's going down, Kyle's going up, and that causes a spin. So yeah, so that means Denny Hamlin will be in the back now. I wonder if there'll be any feuds at the end of this race because of that.
Yeah, he did everything he could do right there. I still think that the 11 was coming down a little bit, but when Kyle saw him coming down a little bit, he definitely lifted and got on the brakes trying to keep that from happening, as you heard in that in-car video.
Yeah, big lift, and Larry told us even brake. Remember that trash talking we were talking about? I think that's what's happening right there, Kevin.
I feel like that's how I live in the TV compound lately. Is it just
let's right. Along and
all right, let's see if anybody pits before this stage ends.
Very typical, and that's what we were talking about. That's why these guys are lifting before you get to the corner, because the front tires just will not turn. You got that big spoiler on the back of the car, and those cars in front of you poking a big hole, and it just makes the cars really hard to turn because there's no air on the front tires.
That's right with Denny Hamlin.
So yeah, Denny Hamlin was involved in that spin right there.
He said he definitely moved down a little bit.
Good thing he didn't come back up the track. That could have been bad.
I don't know if it was a block or just didn't know he was there. Jamie?
Denny came on the radio and said, I don't know what happened. I thought I was clear. And he also said I was edgy free right there.
Definitely wasn't clear. Edgy free. That's my favorite word, because that is the exact comment that I guarantee you're hearing out of a lot of cars when they're not behind somebody.
Well, nobody's happy about this except Austin.
So we got 6 laps to go. I think we'll get a couple laps in before the first stage ends, as McDowell is in the lead.
Get your tires, get your fuel, and then you'll stay out at the stage break, which we're seeing right now. A lot of them coming to pit road that was back in the pack.
Well, to his point, Mike and Clint.
So yeah, so right now we got Michael McDowell, the 2021 Daytona 500 winner, 2-time winner, in first place. Logano looks like he's going to pit with a bunch of other drivers right behind him. So it seems like the top 10 are staying out to get their stage points, and everybody else pits. I mean, it makes sense, because if you cannot get any stage points right now and you're in the back, I mean, anything can happen in restrictor plate racing, but hey, if you can't get any points right now, just pit, and you'll be out ahead whenever the stage ends. So, yeah. I think the racing has been good so far. I don't think it's been boring, kind of like the first stage in Daytona. Woo. Having a cold sucks, guys. And I haven't felt like peeing for Chevy yet, but when I feel like it, I will pee for Chevy, because that's my good luck charm.
I was looking to get a new truck, so I raised my credit score with Experian Boost. Now, Experian Boost is even better, because my monthly insurance payments can help.
As we're approaching 1 hour on this stream, I've been on here for about an hour now, as we're still in commercial break.
Also known as the seriously wrong. Or the whoa, 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 whoa. And even standard on the all-new Toyota Tacoma.
The XFL and the United States Football League have announced plans to merge.
A move that ensures spring football is here to stay.
Right now, the UFL is being advertised It just doesn't feel the same as the NFL, so I just can't get interested in that. I am a fan of the Battlehawks. That's because they're in St. Louis, and I live close to St. Louis, so. But yeah, you haven't really missed anything. We're still on commercial break. They feel like forever. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
We all love the underdog stories and the new guy stories.
Everybody was sitting on pins and needles, and then it just erupted.
It was like a spiritual moment. What could be more special?
I think that's kind of what the sport needed.
Basically healing NASCAR Nation.
So you're not the only one that can go in the infield.
So you just snuck up behind them as they're shooting that piece?
Yeah, they had to come in and just sneak up behind them. Those were ticket holders, and that campsite that we were at had been there since 1990.
Very cool.
Father, son here.
Yeah. Father, son,
Same spot.
It's what the sport's found on, man. There's so many of those great stories in the infield of, the grandpa took the son, and now the grandson's there, and they're all doing it together. Love those. And if that was a long time ago, Kevin. So
It was a long time ago.
probably grandpa's scenario.
And I loved coming to Atlanta and got my first win here. Had a lot of success here, and I can tell you that this is not your grandpa's Atlanta. I know that's what you call me.
Hey, 1,300 laps led. That's the impressive stat. 3 wins, awesome, but you probably should have won 13. You had 13 of them won, and scenarios just didn't play out. I remember, pits once and caution, untimely cautions, and like good runs though. Awesome track for you. All right, Jeff. Penalties.
All right, I'm back. So, it looks like we're going to have a 2-lap shootout to the end of stage 1. Blaney and McDowell are on the front row. We'll see who will win the stage. I have a feeling it's going to be chaotic because it's 2 laps. That's all it took for that big wreck to happen earlier. It looks like they're being held for another lap, so we'll go back green with 1 lap to go. Whew.
Push and shove and do everything that they need to do to try to win the stage and get the most points that they can. And most of those guys in the front are on old tires.
That's just it. They actually.
Man, I have a feeling that this is going to be chaotic.
He stayed out trying to go for these stage points. Added another lap to this. Might play right in his playbook where he can do it. Let's listen along. That was the crew chief and the spotter. That extra lap helps this scenario. He'll be able to hold on for a lap. Here's Kyle Busch. Makes some good moves here, gets some stage points, make up for it. They will race one lap.
So yeah, I'll be live streaming every race, everyone, until the Enjoy Illinois 300, which I'm going to that race. Unless, of course, it gets delayed or something catastrophic happens that I can't go. But yeah, I'll be streaming the entire season. As pace cars coming in, we got a 1-lap shootout until the end of stage 1. As Blaney, McDowell are side by side, Kyle Larson's right behind. 1 lap to go on the stage. All right, will we make it back?
Big gap on that outside. See him locked together on the bottom.
Three wide moves. That Reddick moving up. And Gilliland and Logano on the bottom. Trying to steal some points here. Michael McDowell started from pole. Here he comes to the end of stage.
And looks like Michael McDowell is going to win stage 1. Blaney's going to be second. Chastain's going to be third. So Michael McDowell wins stage 1. That's his third career stage 1.
Happy memories just come easy on the water. Our founder, Johnny Morris, and his dad knew this firsthand. They created a boat that's more affordable. Tracker, the world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats powered by Mercury. Proudly built in Missouri and sold factory direct.
All right. It's commercial break, so I'll be right back.
You can Tracker and make lifelong memories real. Vast programs. Look at America's best outdoor retailer. Save even more and support conservation. Join the club.
Order Pizza Hut now and get a free large pizza link. That's a free pizza on your next order. So you can pizza now, then pizza again. Free pizza means your next dinner is covered. Your future self will thank you. Get it while it's hot. Only at Pizza Hut.
NASCAR Race Hour, weeknights on FS1.
Is that better? The finely crafted Volkswagen Taos. It's built just right. Get 1.9% APR financing for 48 months plus a $500 customer bonus on a new 2024 Taos or Tiguan.
You'll be happy too when you shop your way to Palmerito. In-store or online, new or pre-owned. On every vehicle, ready right now. Even delivered. Palmerito.com. It's okay to dance. We get that every day.
You love pizza just as much as we love pizza. So we're bringing you our favorite offer yet. For a limited time, get a large one-topping pizza for $8.99. Only at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Everyone loves winter fun, and you can take it even farther in a Honda. Experience the season's joys and confidence challenges with Snow Mode, standard on all Honda SUVs and trucks. Honda, Kelly Blue Book's ADB.com Best Overall Brand for 2023. Visit your local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily. Buy online or reserve from select Honda dealers.
It took 138 iterations to refine the Tiguan chassis, but it also took 189 pizzas and 52 all-nighters. The meticulously refined Tiguan. Get 1.9% APR financing for 48 months plus a $500 customer bonus on a new 2024 Taos or Tiguan.
Stage 1 ends in Atlanta with Michael McDowell right where he started, in first place, picking up his third career stage win. So down to pit road, Jamie Little.
Well, Mike, every week we always talk about how instrumental the pit crews are in this sport, but we don't tell you who they are or show their faces. Well, this year, we're going to change that. We're going to introduce you to some of these pit crews. So first up, the Daytona 500 Championship team and the fastest overall pit crew in 2023, this William Byron's pit crew.
Jeff Cordero, front tire changer, the New London Waterford Speedball, 2019 Cup Series champion, and Kyle Busch. Laura Osowski, rear tire changer, Sete Saint, Quebec, Canada, one of the true left-handed tire changers on pit road. Ryan Madden, tire carrier, the Ohio State University, two-time Cup champion, Jim Johnson. Spencer Bishop, Jack, former tight end for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Landon Walker,
All right, I am back. So McDowell won stage 1 and Blaney got second place.
I love this. Where are you from? New London Waterford Speedball. That's in Canada.
Whew.
Little third-mile track.
You know what I love? Athletes.
Yes.
Dudes are studs.
So comment your thoughts of what you think of stage 1.
That's for sure. Every team has somebody from somewhere.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
Train and study. It's a true art of changing the tires and fueling these cars on the road. Unbelievable how fast they are. Hands, man, they have fast hands. Tight end out there. How about that? That's cool.
So, Larry, we expect the top 10 on pit road because most of them have not yet made a pit stop today. But what of the rest? Those that stopped at 55.
So yeah, I'd say I wonder if those other cars in the front are going to pit or not. They're going to have to pit eventually.
about 68 to 72 laps.
This is really going to flip the script for these guys. You've seen all these guys.
Yeah, looks like the ones that stayed out to get the stage points are pitting right now. See, it was interesting. Atlanta is super speedway, so it's definitely going to be more fun to watch the last week's Washington last week's race for sure. Just for sure, no cautions, just more racing. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was unfortunate we had that wreck in lap 2. We had a couple of spins, but the racing has been overall pretty good. We haven't had any fuel savings, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, it looks like the top 10 that stayed out in the stage are pitting. So we'll see who cycles to the lead after these pit stops. Why did they decide to crank it up when they're pitting? That doesn't make any sense. Just fire Fox's production crew. Gosh. Looks like Ross Chastain's going to be the first one off of pit road. Everybody else behind him.
Pit stalls are, Kevin. That was close. An exit. Almost had a 6-car dust up there leaving pit road. Today, Fox Sports and our entire industry mourn the loss of friend and colleague Andrew Lorenz, who passed away Tuesday after a lengthy illness. An integral part of our team, Andrew worked with SMT, the company behind our driver graphic pointers. Our thoughts with his family, Patricia, Ethan, Henry, and Clarissa.
Oh, man.
Was 44.
So, yeah. So, if you missed stage 1,
I'm out of breath and often out of the picture.
let's see, Daniel. The girlfriend's dad will not watch NASCAR, says the old racing was better when they don't go back to the old Why don't they go back to the old racing? Well, I'm trying to think of how you answer that. So, I say the racing has gotten better for the past few years than what it was. You can never go back to what it was. It's going to be the way it is because most of the cars are equal and stuff. But yeah, NASCAR has improved in the past couple of years with like their packages and like their variations of tracks. I'd just say just give a couple of races a watch. Just be like, hey, Boomer, watch a couple of races. You'll see that it has improved. And it has. I mean, there'd be a few races. I'd say probably the only race that I almost fell asleep was the IMS road course race last year where it went caution free and it was just boring. But other than that, the races have been pretty good. I mean, probably because there's not as much big names as there used to be. But here's my hot take. I think they should improve the trucks in Xfinity series where there's drivers that stay there for years and Cup drivers get the option to run full-time the Xfinity Truck Series, so that prepares the guys that are trying to get in the Cup to face their top drivers. So, and whoever wins those races and whoever beats them gets to earn it. We used to do that, but they limited that, and I think the Xfinity Truck Series drivers are less talented, and that's why you get like drivers thrown in there where they try to do well their rookie season, and they always end up being a bust most of the time. So that's my opinion there.
Ally has savings buckets to help you save for anything you want to buy. Because everyone has something they're saving for.
So, yeah, that's my opinion on all of that. The racing has improved for sure. Was getting out of dignity into Cup Xfinity. Well, yeah, I like Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier is a really good driver. But he did try Cup for a couple of seasons, but there's some drivers that are just better at other series than they are like the Cup Series. Like Matt Crafton did a couple of starts in the Cup Series, couldn't really go anywhere. You had Justin Allgaier make a couple seasons in the Cup Series, couldn't go anywhere. There's just drivers that are just good in their own series. And then you have some people that are not as good in Xfinity, are good in Cup. It's kind of strange because that's how you can tell like all the cars are different. All right, we got an accident on pit road. What happened here? It just looks really congested getting out of pit road there. Yeah, oh, wow. Blaney almost made contact with Ryan Preece and Martin Truex Jr. That could have been bad. So, yeah, I got me some nasal medicine. Now I can breathe a little bit better. So Todd Gilliland is in the lead with Joey Logano in second place as we go back to green in a little bit. Chase Elliott's in 14th place after being in an accident. Daniel Suarez is in 9th place. So you got a few of those cars that were in that pile up earlier back in the top 10.
Larson fighting a race car that's a little bit too narrow, tight for him right now. Said he feels like he needs front downforce. Of course, they can't fix that right now. Clint Daniels said, I'll do whatever I can with other adjustments to help you out there. The 34, Michael McDowell, very good with his car. A little loose up top, no adjustments.
But yeah, as back to what I was saying about like the Xfinity Truck Series and the Cup Series, I think they should have the Cup drivers drive full-time in the Xfinity and Truck Series, kind of like Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski used to do, and have the young guns challenge them, and that prepares them to the Cup Series. And a lot of people say that's going to ruin the Xfinity and Truck Series product, which I can see that, but I like Whoppers more than Whopper Juniors, and you're trying to work to get to the Cup Series. So that's where I stand on that. So we're going back to green. Pace cars in. Todd Gilliland and Joey Logano are side by side. Green flags back in the air. So Logano's on the outside with Todd Gilliland. Todd Gilliland has the nose ahead. Corey LaJoy's right behind him, pushing him. As Todd Gilliland's going to clear Joey Logano. Let's see if Joey Logano's going to cross over. He doesn't. He stays tucked behind Todd Gilliland. And they're 3 wide on back with Brad Keselowski, Austin Cindric, side by side. Todd Gilliland will lead the first green flag lap in stage 2. And we're on lap 70. Whew. So Chris Buescher, after that spin, is back in 3rd place. So yeah, as long as you don't get any catastrophic damage, you should be all right and work your way back up. Just don't want to make those mistakes at the end because that's where it hurts you. There's 260 laps, and we've already completed 71 of them. So I believe the halfway marker is 130, if I did my math correct. There's 100 laps in stage 2, so. But with this being a restrictor plate track now in Atlanta, the laps go by really fast.
Because it's less turbulent. So you want to stay as far forward as possible because that problem is not going away in the corners with that push. Make sure you try. You never give up.
So.
Certainly, made that lengthy stop because he thought he could do something to fix it. Well, Gregson has taken his car to the garage. He was involved in the lap 2 pileup.
Oh, looks like I think Shane Smith's trying to make a move on the outside there. On Chris Buescher. He's up there trying to get 3rd place. Logano's going to move to the top. Oh, Zane Smith's into the wall. He didn't have any room there as he's going to fall way back. Will that cut his tire down, or will he be all right? Oh, no, he's falling back. He's got a tire cut down. He's fallen to the back, so I believe you're going to have a caution come out for this. Oh, he's got a bent toe link. So, because of that impact into the wall, his race is done. Man, Joey Logano sucks. I mean, he always puts those bad blocks. And Kozlowski's wrecked him a couple times for it. And he's caused a bunch of big ones because he tries to block and he always causes a wreck. But yeah, Todd Gilliland is still in the lead. Logano's in second place. Chase Elliott is sixth place after being involved in an accident on lap 2. Really hope Chase Elliott can win today. It's been since October of 2022 since he won last time. And that was at Talladega, ironically. I just wonder if the damage on him is going to affect his handling of him winning this race or not. We got 3 wide. Cindric, Blaney, and Josh Berry in 8th to 10th place right there. And we got lap traffic right there. Everybody has to go up the track. And it seems like everybody gets through there okay. Todd Gilliland is still in the lead. McDowell's trying to make his way back up after pitting. I'd say this, McDowell has a fast car. He qualified on pole this race too, so don't underestimate him to win this race.
And this didn't just start these 2 races. This started last year with these guys really putting their cars.
So we got 80 laps to go in stage 2. And we're on lap 79. Well, 21 laps to go on both of them, but. See, Denny Hamlin's trying to make a move now on the inside of Harrison Burton. He tries to go up on the outside lane, but can't. Gilliland will need to lead another lap, but I wonder what Logano's going to do. Well, will he make a move on Gilliland sooner or later? But I bet Todd Gilliland will be really happy when Michael McDowell makes his way back up there because that's his teammate. And teammates are really reliable when it comes to super speedways.
He's got the handling and the speed, like you say, to be aggressive. And that's what you want as a driver, to be able to be aggressive and work your way forward.
2 weeks in a row now, Todd Gilliland has set a new personal best for career laps led in one race. He was out front, I think 16 at Daytona, 17 here right now.
But yeah, I have to say, Front Row Motorsports' package is really good here at these restrictor plate tracks. And there they are, 1 and 2 in the race. I should remember being back markers for years, and now here they are in contention to win this race. Oh, looks like 3 wide back there with Kozlowski, Chastain, and Truex. LaJoie, Briscoe, and Suarez. Kind of straightens out. Briscoe's ahead of all of them right now. Man, I get nervous every time they go 3 wide because it's difficult to do that around this track. Yeah, it seems like we're going to commercial break, as Todd Gilliland will be in the lead.
This is Ford Truck Month with amazing offers across an amazing.
So yeah, we're on commercial right now.
Make way for the event that only comes around once a year, featuring the new 2025 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. Get ready and get the Ford Truck.
So yeah, not really much going on at the moment.
For incredible offers on the new 2024 Ford F-150, only during Ford Truck Month.
So I'm going to take a look at the live leaderboard.
The crew is giving every combination code names.
This squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. My friend Tyler wearing one.
Rat fluid? No matter what you call it, choose when you.
All the parts you need at the prices you want.
So yeah, I'm taking a look at the live leaderboard right now. So Todd Gilliland is still in the race along with Joey Logano and Michael McDowell, both 1, 2, and 3. And so far, I think everybody else is still in the race. Let's see. Yeah, Zane Smith was just involved in getting into the wall because of Joey Logano. And Josh Williams is out of this race. Christopher Bell is out of this race. And Gregson is 20 laps down. So they're basically out of the race. And Alex Bowman is 5 laps down. The last car on the lead lap is Eric Jones. So 31 cars still on the lead lap. So, yeah, it's only like a couple cars out of this race. So most of the field is still in this race, and anybody has a chance to win. Anything can happen.
So if anyone in your family has Medicaid or CHIP, listen up. Check the mail for your.
But it'll be different next week when it gets to Las Vegas. Then that's where you have like the higher up teams better than all the other teams. I think Christopher Bell won the last race at Vegas. William Byron won the race before that at Las Vegas. So we'll see what happens next week after this race. But we still got this race going on. So we're back to commercial. We're back from commercial break. As we're on board with Brad Kozlowski here. Todd Gilliland is still in the lead. Oh, contact between Hamlin and Blaney right there, but they're still going. That could have been bad. I either want Blaney or Elliott to win this race because Blaney was my prediction. As we got 9 more laps to go until lap 100. Fords have been dominating this entire race. We got all Fords through the top 5. Now all through the top 6, as only Hamlin, Byron, and Elliott are in the top 10 right now. All right.
Coming out of turn number 2, past a couple, he's going for more up here in turn 4.
So yeah, Gilliland is still in the lead. We have a battle for 10th and 12th. Chastain's going on the outside, making a move on Chase Elliott and William Byron, trying to start a third lane up there. Will he clear Chase Elliott? No, he won't. He's going to be stuck on the outside. Let's see. Now Chase Elliott moves to the bottom. But everybody else has to check up because Chase Elliott's trying to get in line. As got a little bit of battling going on in the back, but it's not really much going on at the moment. Yeah, there's some drivers in like the middle of the pack trying to get stuff going right now, but they can't really because the gap closes.
Starting to see Harrison Burton struggling in the 21 car in that outside line, stacking him up pretty good, getting into the corners, still needs lifting, getting in. Watch him come right to his bumper.
Oh, Blaney got a little bit loose there. Almost took Cindric, his teammate, with him. But he gets it back going. Yeah, you can tell the handling is not as good on these cars. We almost had another accident there, but he kept it going. Cindric almost gets into the wall because him and Chase Elliott are close side by side. Cindric's trying to get a run on Larson. Won't be able to complete it. So close to the wall. Still side by side with Kyle Larson for 12th place. Yeah, it's getting a little chaotic. People are getting impatient. They're wanting to get up to lead this race. And there's the Roush Fenway cars of Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski in the top 5, right behind each other. It's just been the Ford show most of the race, besides the beginning of the race where Larson and Kyle Busch were trading places. So, yeah. 2 laps to go until we approach lap 100. McDowell's going to, he can't fit for that window, and he's going to stay on the bottom. But yeah, there's only like a couple of non-Fords in the top 10 right now. So yeah, we're approaching lap 100. We don't have 200 laps like we did the Daytona 500. We got 260. This is a 1.5 mile track. As Logano's going to take the lead from Todd Gilliland. Joey Logano's going to lead his first lap of the race, I believe. So 60 laps to go in stage 2 as Logano, from having to go to the back for not passing inspection, is in the lead on lap 100. So, yeah. So as I've been saying, it's been the Ford show this entire time.
Says he's not counting the races. I am. It doesn't happen. He's counting running well every week. They just can't keep that car out of it.
So yeah. So we got Logano, Gilliland, Buescher, and it looks like he's going to get 3 wide now in the middle of the pack. That may not be good because some of the handling's not as good on the cars. As Hamlin Blaney are side by side, William Byron almost gets into Blaney. But William Byron falls back and loses some track position. As Chastain's trying to make his way through the middle, but the door closes. He can't. So, yeah, Logano had the fastest car in Daytona, and he's leading now in Atlanta. Could this be redemption for him today as he wins from wrecking last week? Possibly. But I hope not. I dislike Logano. I want to see him lose. But we'll see what happens. All right. Forget to ask what iRacing. Let's see. Got to ask what iRacing make the new NASCAR game. How do you think it will be? How do I think the video game is going to be? Well, I'm not really sure because I'm trying to save up to get a PC because I'm going to be playing iRacing and F1 on there when I get it in the fall, hopefully. But I'll definitely try that game out. I definitely think it'll be a better game since it's being developed by iRacing and they have experience with their games. And iRacing is a lot more realistic with their simulators and racing and stuff. So I'm hoping that's going to be a good game this time. We don't get anything where it's tons of glitches, tons of BS going on. So. Okay, back to the race. Says we got Todd Gilliland now taking the lead with Maya Logano. As they're still side by side, now there's 2 lines formed. So now we got some racing going on. And it cuts the commercial break. Of course, when it gets good. That's how Fox is.
When I was your age, we never had anything like
Yeah, I get to choose custom liveries. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope you get to create your own, not just choose them.
So I can finally throw that party and invite Shannon Barnes.
Dreams do come true. Xfinity gives
Yeah, so we're on commercial break.
all your devices, even when everyone is online.
Maybe we'll even get married one day. I wonder what I'll be doing. Probably still living here with Mom and Dad.
Fast, reliable speeds right where you need them. That's wall-to-wall Wi-Fi on the Xfinity 10G network.
If advanced lung cancer has you searching for possibilities, discover a different first treatment. Immunotherapies
So, yeah.
to attack cancer, but Opdivo plus your
Hopefully Blaney can get his way back up there. I mean, he fell to the middle pack, and I think he'll work his way back, hopefully.
Opdivo plus your void is not chemotherapy. It works differently. It helps your immune system.
Who do I think has the best shot to win today? Well, I predicted Blaney, but it seems like McDowell has been leading a lot. Todd Gilliland has been leading a lot recently, and now Joey Logano's up ahead. I definitely think it's going to be a Ford that ends up winning this race. Because they just seem dominant. We've only had like Chevys out in the lead early in like stage 1. That was when Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson were battling it out. So I definitely think it's going to be a Ford winning. I think it's either going to come down to Logano, Blaney, or Todd Gilliland. And Michael McDowell. So Keselowski's in there too, and so Chris Buescher's back in it. So I think it's going to be between the Fords. But what I see out of this race, the Fords are more unified than what the Toyotas and Chevys are. And that's why they're not doing well this race. But also, they could be saving their racing until the end because you got to make it to the end of the race, of course. So, yeah, I think it's going to come down to a Ford. Ford won the pole. The Fords are clearly the fastest. Commercials still going on. How's everybody's day going? Mine's going all right. I almost got the stream on late, but I got on here just in time. So we're back to racing again. Logano's in the lead now. I guess he took it away from Gilliland during commercial break. So, yeah, 20 lead changes. So, there have been quite a bit of lead changes this race. Yeah, Blaney's back to third. Larson's trying to make his way back up. Larson has not been good at restrictor plate races, though. So, it'd be interesting if he does win this race. Chastain was close to winning a Daytona 500 last week. He's trying to work his way up there, too. Comes my new job tomorrow. Oh,
That was on the documentary. Did you know they got married? I didn't either.
You did extremely well. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, I've been feeling sick the past couple of days. I feel better. This is what I tell everybody. I feel better, but I don't feel good. like I'm all right. Sure wish his cold could leave. Oh, Chris Buescher's trying to make a move on Logano here on the outside. They're side by side. Buescher's going to lead this lap. So we got 47 laps to go on the stage. I believe I'm also giving more commentary today than I was to 500 because the race is more interesting than what it was last week at this time. Byron had to check up back there. Buescher has to check up. Oh, man. It looks like the pack is really getting congested now. Blaney's giving Chastain a push. It looks like the pack is more tight together than what it was 10 laps ago. Chastain had to check up there. I think it's going to be drivers trying to save it, checking up, because the handling on these cars haven't been that good. And once the laps wind down, you're going to have more of that. So I bet there's going to be a caution probably the next 10 or 20 laps.
This is exactly opposite of what I would think we would be seeing on the long run. Here we are deep into this run, and these guys are on top of one another too.
But I definitely prefer watching this than seeing cars save fuel. See, we got teammates 1-2, Logano and Blaney. Then we have Chastain. Keselowski's in fourth. Seems like in this run, Chastain has been the strongest Chevy during stage 2. After that spin, Denny Hamlin has made his way back up to fourth place. He's won to win this race too. Oh, Chastain got a little bit loose there, but he saves it. Could have been a crash. All right. Yeah, I have a feeling an accident's going to happen in the next 10 or 20 laps. Because they're racing so close to each other and everybody's trying to keep their cars from spinning and crashing. Yeah, I were the drivers right now, I'd stay away from Cindric because Cindric is not handling well in this race at all.
It's just a matter of the timing of the lifts and where you have to lift as to where you wind up as far as on the racetrack and as far as what lane you're in.
And you lose the momentum,
right?
You get stuck in the middle right there. You don't have the help behind you. You're trying to get up or down. Just get back in that wave and get that momentum rolling again.
But you lose that momentum.
Okay, now it looks like the cars are getting single file. Yeah. As I said, the handling is not going well in these cars. That's a smart thing to do at this point until the next pit stops. But Denny Hamlin's still trying to make something happen. They go single file for a moment, and then they get into two lines. So, I think whoever has the best handling car and who can contain the pack, being in the lead, is going to win this race. And so far, Logano and Blaney are up there. Penske cars are strong at reciprocal plate tracks. As we're back on commercial break again.
You know, I'm the only one who believes you're going to make it.
I got that. You believe in all.
It would change the face of our history.
Yeah, I'd say there's been like a lot of commercials.
Holy mother. Young pop. I have a gift for you, Rocket.
This isn't over yet.
So yeah, people in the YouTube chat, join the Discord if you want to chat with me during the race.
We've come a long way together. From dirt tracks to super speedways.
As I'm watching this right now.
Never back. Pushing boundaries. Giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way. But there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
All right. So let's see. Yeah, other than like lap 2, we've only had like 2 cars spin out and Zane Smith going to the wall, but Zane Smith going to the wall didn't cause a caution. So other than that, most people have been keeping it from crashing so far. But it's going to get more difficult to keep their cars contained because I feel like crashing is going to happen.
Whew. You love pizza just as much as we love pizza. So we're bringing you our favorite offer.
Jeez, we are still on commercial break.
One topping pizza for only $8.99 at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
All right, we're back from commercial break as Logano is still in the lead on lap 126. We got 35 laps going to stage, now 34. Kyle Larson has made his way back up to second place. He's going to try to challenge Logano for the lead coming out in turn 2. Stays tucked in behind Logano, though. But he splits the 2 Fords right there of Logano and Keselowski. See, Larson's going to try to get a run here. He's got to check up because of the lap car of Tyler Reddick that was involved in that lap 2 crash earlier. Oh, pit stop's going on as Logano and Chase Briscoe are... No, Logano and Blaney are pitting right now. But they're the only 2 cars pitting right now. I don't know if that's a good idea to pit right now because these cars are going around the track really fast. Usually you like to come in on a big pack and pit there. So we got Todd Gilliland going in on his own.
Fuel only for Ryan Blaney, so that's just a time thing. They don't want to stay on pit road any longer than they have to because you're already...
Looks like fuel only for Logano and Blaney.
Just get right back off the pit road.
Same for Logano. They'll come out together. Not quite as critical as it is at Daytona, but still. Now their teammate Austin Cindric, he is hunting the lead on turn number 2. Shoots by Brad Keselowski in the second. Now
Cindric is trying to pass Larson here. Now, some of these drivers may be able to stay in the lead longer because they pitted whenever the stage ended, and Logano and all the other drivers pitted like I think 10 or a few laps before the stage ended. So strategies are going to come into play here. As Cindric is going to go on pit road too. So yeah, most of these cars that didn't pit at the end of the stage or after the end of the stage are pitting right now. The question is, will that hurt them, or help them?
I see Kyle Larson pull down right there. He thought that Austin Cindric was shooting down to try to pass him. And
Yeah, Larson has seemed like one of the few Chevys that can stay out in the front.
now you see a huge run from the 1 and the 6, and Brad
Keselowski trying to get a good run, and he does have a run on the outside, trying to make the pass in turn 4, and he's going to get past Larson for the lead on lap 133.
should come to me. As this race progresses, it should come to me on a long run, and that's exactly
Yeah, Keselowski's also pitting too. So is Ross Chastain. Looks like a few cars are pitting together.
Somebody had, I think he got down to the wrong pit road speed right there, 90 mile an hour, and he went 45. That was almost a big wreck.
Well, that's what we talk about, Clint. The driver and the spotter have a responsibility to change that up, and we go from 45 under caution to 90 under green. And
Yeah, the pit road here for Atlanta works a lot different. You got to slow down to 90 miles an hour in turn 3. Once you get to turn 4, you got to slow down to 45 miles an hour. Because Keselowski almost made a fatal mistake there by slowing down at the wrong pit speed. Hamlin almost did the same thing too. You just got to be aware of what the rules are.
Caution scenarios, green flag scenarios. Now, also, we talked about the radius of that apron. And if you run the inside, you're really at a different speed.
Yeah, so the cars that pitted during the stage break are now pitting now as Larson and Busch are. Oh, we got a wreck! Byron and McDowell have crashed on pit road, and the caution's going to come out. But there's still not a caution yet. Will they get it going? As Byron and McDowell do get it going. A 2-car wreck there, trying to get on pit road. But that's going to cost them a lot of time. Likely ruining McDowell and Byron's chances of winning this race if a caution doesn't come out right away. So yeah, Byron's doesn't look like Byron's going to go back-to-back this week. As we have few cars have not pitted yet. Stenhouse is still in the lead. Corey LaJoie is right behind him. Bubba Wallace is in 3rd place. And it looks like LaJoie is going to pit right now, and so is Stenhouse. So that leaves only Bubba Wallace out there.
We saw Ross Chastain shoot by Denny Hamlin, so obviously Denny was doing right and Ross was going too fast.
Bubba Wallace is the race leader. He and Ryan Preece have not stopped since the stage break.
So yeah, Bubba Wallace has not pitted yet, and he should pit now. Okay, they're showing a replay of what happened with Byron and McDowell. McDowell's brakes locked up, and he spun into Byron, and both of them were involved. Somehow there wasn't a caution for that. But if they would have went up the track into the racing line, then a caution would have came out, but they kept it going.
Just that right rear tire locked up and shot the thing around on Michael McDowell.
So yeah, Bubba Wallace and Ryan Preece are pitting. Should be the last cars that we're supposed to pit. So that means Austin Cindric's going to have the lead. Penske, 1, 2, 3. After these two pit. That's a dangerous combination at this track. It's going to be difficult for anyone to pass them.
It's going to be Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Todd Gilliland.
As all of them zoom by Bubba Wallace that just pitted.
Strung out as these guys come to pit road and come off the pit road, and all the things that we saw happen have really spread this field out.
See McDowell locked down there because of that. Miss that one pit road. Ricky Stenhouse speeding, Eric Jones uncontrolled tire.
And that's the last thing that you want to have is a speeding penalty right here, because now you're going to lose a lap and a half. So I'd rather be too slow than get a speeding penalty.
Wait, who got the speeding penalty? I didn't hear that.
20 laps to go in stage 2. Austin Cindric out in front of the Ambetter Health 500. We're going to take you Fox side by side.
I guess we'll figure out who got the speeding penalty later. But we're back to commercial break as all the Fords are in the lead right now.
You love your bike. We do too. That's why we're America's #1 motorcycle insurer. But do you have to wedge it into everything?
What? Don't do that. This reminds me of my bike. The Wolf was about the size of my new motorcycle. Have you seen it, by the way? Happy birthday, Grandma!
Really?
Look how the brushstrokes follow the line of the gas tank. Hey!
I'm also going to take a break real quick, too, so I'll be right back.
Chili, 3 for me. A dream that may not trade. Bro, this is about to be for me. Put the 99. All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Oh, it's cold outside. Time to protect your vehicle from winter's wrath. Of course, the hot sun can be tough on vehicles too. You need WeatherTech. Laser metric floor liners and cargo liner will shield the carpeting from sand and snow. For your interior, there's seat protector and sunshade, plus mud flaps and bump step for the exterior. While the new impact liner with shock-absorbing rings safeguards your truck bed from costly damage. Order American-made products at WT.com. Surf's up.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains. Get your tickets now at PhoenixRaceway.com.
Is this the start of a dynasty, a redemption tour, a breakthrough, or is this the makings of the wildest ride you've ever witnessed? Any questions?
145 laps complete. Team Penske 1, 2, 3. Cedric Logano and Blaney in Mustangs. Caitlin Clark trying to beat Pistol Pete Maravich's NCAA all-time scoring record. It could happen Sunday in a huge game against second-ranked Iowa State. 12:30 Eastern, leading right into our race from Las Vegas. Next Sunday, a full day of action on Fox. Chip Rodriguez.
Well, Mike just followed up on some of these pit stops we just saw. The 22 of Joey Logano. He had been to the tight side the entire run prior to coming down to pit. They took fuel only. Now he is all of a sudden very loose with his car, so a little bit of complaints there. And the find of Kyle Larson, one of the only guys that took tires. He took 2 right side tires. He's been pretty good this past run. Hadn't really said too much about his race car. Keep in mind, he was struggling with the car being very inconsistent earlier. Jamie?
Oregon going back to that commitment area inside turn 3. Every team got to practice 1 lap yesterday, going down to 90 miles an hour, going down to 45 miles an hour. Denny Hamlin, one of those that checked up. They had a hard time yesterday. They actually said that commitment cone was very difficult to see. Denny had checked out. Now he's saying he's bottoming.
All right, we're back.
Thanks, Jamie.
Looks like Cedric is still.
Motorcycle cops, the ones that hang out about a mile and a half north of the Speedway on 1941, are they here working overtime because on those green flag pit stops, Josh Berry got nabbed for speeding twice, Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, and Bubba Wallace, and they all got caught for speeding right where the speed.
Okay, it sounds like Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace. Let's see, Ross Chastain, Josh Berry, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse, and BJ McLeod got caught for speeding. That's deadly to get caught speeding at this place because you get down like a lap and a half having to go through pit road. But yeah, Byron and I gotta understand why Byron and McDowell got caught for speeding. They were wrecking in the pit lane or getting on the pit lane. Excuse me. As it's Penske domination on lap 151, as Blaney's trying to give Logano a push to get in front of Cedric. But I think they're going to stay put because those 3 cars are aligned right now.
visually be able to have markers to pick all that up.
So, we're on the 2-hour mark of my stream, too. And we got 9 laps to go in stage 2.
We heard a lot of that last week in Daytona, but I don't think you're going to be able to hold these guys off here. The Gators on this since the pit stop. Austin Cindric up 8 positions.
All right, come on. I need Blaney to get past Logano right now so I can get another stage point for my lead.
But we see this pack has grown, Clint. The lead pack has probably got about 12 cars.
But remember, stage 2 during the Daytona 500 last week, we had Ryan Blaney pull out a line to pass Austin Cindric for the stage win. Well, that same stuff happened today between the Penske's. We'll have to find out in the next few laps. Oh, as Larson almost got crossed over by Chase Briscoe right there.
Well, his teammates are being nice to him then because it's mixed up behind him, and I'd say that probably won't last as long. When somebody else decides that they want to drive to the front of the pack and lead.
That's somebody else going to be Todd Gilliland. If you see him on that bottom, here he comes. He's not a teammate. I'm not following. I want to win.
Let's see. Oh, we almost had a contact between Blaney and Todd Gilliland right there. Could have been bad. Could have been bad. Chase Briscoe's trying to make some noise. He's trying to get to the front. But Blaney's trying to stay in line with his Penske teammates as Kyle Larson is trying to pass him. So yeah, 5 laps to go in stage 2. Cindric was in the same position in stage 2 in the 500. What's going to happen in the next 5 laps? I wonder. All right, is Blaney's got to run. No, he says he's been behind Logano. He's probably trying to wait until probably 3 or 2 laps to go to make his move. If he's going to try to win the stage. Now Logano's going to make his move on Cindric. As Logano's going to take the lead now on Austin Cindric. Larson's got a big run. He's going to be in second place on the inside. But Blaney's going to give Cindric a push down the back straightaway. As Cindric is going to get the crossover on Logano as these Penske teammates are battling out for the win in stage 2. Stage points are valuable, very valuable for later on in the season. So that's why they're racing so hard at this moment. I just need Blaney to get ahead of Logano. And he's going to try. He's on the bottom, trying to pass Logano for second place. Come on, Blaney. Well, like I said, same position as it was in Daytona 500. But will the Penske teammates take each other out like they did during the 500? We'll see. As we got 2 laps to go in stage 2. Cindric's ahead as we're 2 by 2 to 12th place. Briscoe's trying to make a move, and he gets below the yellow line, and he can't pass. So that ruins the momentum on the bottom. As we got 1 lap to go in stage 2. Oh, that hurt Blaney there. But Blaney's trying to make it back. Come on. Yes, he's past Logano. That's what we need. Oh, Logano and Chris Buescher are involved in this wreck. Caution is out. See, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that this would happen to Logano. 3 cars involved, including Logano, Hamlin, and Buescher.
Yeah, and you see Joey Logano stuck on the rub blocks right there. You see the wheels spinning, so they're going to have to get the tow truck to bring him to pit road, and he's going to lose a couple laps doing that.
He was on the bottom
on the bottom of Busher.
All right, we'll come back and review. Cindric has won the stage from Kyle Larson. There you see them out in front as Busher.
Yeah, so it looks like Larson's going to win. Oh, Cindric's going to win the stage. General's going to get a point because he picked Larson, so I'm not going to get the point either way. But yeah, one of the Penske teammates are out of the race. I had a feeling that was going to happen because they were racing hard for stage 2. I mean, yes, that one playoff point does matter, but you got to stick it out. You got to stick it out where you can get the points there. You get a little bit of points for season, and then you can stick it and get the win. But
Welcome to Fox Nation, a place where we look to the future and toast to our past. This is Fox Nation, where all of America's stories are told.
oh man,
Streaming today.
see, that's just how Penske is. And that's why they lost at Daytona 500. And that's why Logano's not going to win today because he's involved in an accident. But I'm happy. Logano's out of the race. 2 weeks in a row. I don't like Logano, so that makes me happy that he's out of the race.
This is Ford Truck Month with amazing offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks. Make way for the event that only comes around once a year, featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. Get ready and get to Ford Truck Month. Get 1.9% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on F-150 plus a 5-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty only at your quality Ford dealers. Go from point A to B.
So, Austin Cindric won stage 2. Larson's going to be in second. I wonder if there's going to be any people that pit during this stage break.
Your next X Venture starts here. Hurry in with this 2023 BMW X1 X-Ride from $539 per month. Stay in the know everywhere you go. Download the Fox 2 News app today.
Stage 2 ends in chaos as you watch from our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Powering every mile and every moment on NASCAR's road to victory, Goodyear. More driven. Joey Logano said on the in-car radio, it just kept plowing up the racetrack.
All right, we're going to see the replay of what happened to Logano here.
Yeah, and as we see Joey Logano on the bottom here, you're going to see him come up the racetrack, and as these cars get close, both of them are going to get tight. You see the flames come out of the
I see. Logano just came up the track there.
Stuck together. They aren't stuck together. But
Busher also went up the track. It just seemed like an aero type issue there.
The 22 changed the direction there. That's why the 17 got tight. Right? He goes up. It was pretty obvious to me that he was trying to fill that gap, slow the block, slow the run by Busher. And as soon as he moved, not only did he get tight, Busher did as well.
Yeah, and you see him sliding down the back straightaway here. The 11 car of Denny Hamlin had a lot of contact, but you're going to see Joey Logano come up, and when he gets behind this 12 car right here, that's when the thing takes off.
You can hear him before the contact.
And that's what we've been talking about all day, is when these cars get behind one another, they just lose all that front downforce, and the front tires take off. And as soon as he got up the
Wonder where Chase Elliott is right now.
behind that 12 car and watch this thing, he's going to have the wheel crank to the left and just straight. Hands never even checked up. It was just turn left, and the arrow just got so bad right there on the front of his car that it just wouldn't turn.
Denny Hamlin.
That air is so important, and you can see it firsthand right there with Busher. As soon as that 22 car moved in front of him, he went to move, and that thing was along for the ride.
This is Chris Busher. And from on board the BuildSubmarines.com camera.
Frustrated there. What was that? You could see him looking down too. He knew he was in trouble with that 22 coming up the track. I hear you, buddy. Bummer.
Ha!
Those days.
Cry me a river, Logano fans.
Hate that for Chris Buescher, for both of them, really. Joey Logano, he was going to be a factor if he could get this thing to the end. Has been. Daytona was the same way. Crashed out going for it on the backstretch.
So Logano has been towed to his pit. Brad Keselowski missed the 11 by about the thinnest slice of bread you could imagine.
You're saying the 22 almost destroyed both of his cars?
No, I'm saying the 6 just barely got through there. It was a near miss. Well, next Sunday on Fox, the NASCAR Cup Series heads for Las Vegas. Catch America's best drivers and then all.
Yep, next weekend we're racing to Las Vegas.
At 3 Eastern, and the engines fire at 3:30. Only on Fox.
Starts at 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern. So I'll be back on here then next week.
Fast racetrack. Downforce is king. Well, I can tell you what, Clint, this race today has turned into a survival race, and even if you don't have a good car.
Right. Let's see what Black Lives Matter has to say about this race.
Keep yourself on the lead lap. His car has been okay. When you start looking at 13, 14, he's getting strong. Carson Hook, I mean, all those guys are going to get.
All right, we got pit stops right now. We got pit stops, and it looks like tires are being taken here. Kyle Larson's getting some tires, so is Suarez and Blaney and everybody else. We'll see who gets out on pit road first. They're going to have to pit again after this, but we'll see who wins off the pit road. As Todd Gilliland is going to win off pit road with 4 tires. Keselowski gets second. Elliott third place. Oh, man. Blaney lost a few positions.
Speaking of weight, long weight on the 5 car. 3-car pile up at the end of stage 2 takes out Joey Logano. Involves Chris Buescher and Denny Hamlin.
I love your dress.
So,
Oh, thanks.
yeah, we're back to commercial break now.
Well, because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
Race has been pretty good so far, I'd say.
I've been telling everyone.
We're in the final stage, too. We're going to see who wins it.
Can you say mama? Liberty. Can you say auntie? Liberty. How many people did you tell? Only paid for what you need. Liberty.
So, what'd you get?
2 Nashville hot tenders and 3 Mandarin orange tenders.
Nice. What about you?
3 classic tenders.
4 big butterfly shrimp. 4 of a kind. I win.
Oh, okay. Is it always a competition?
I am the shrimp bot.
Y'all ready?
All right, so y'all are not really missing much at all. It's commercial.
When my doctor gave me breast treat for my COPD,
Things changed for me. Breasttree gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breasttree.
I'll be right back, guys.
And its unique blend of 23 flavors.
It's everything.
Back here in the race station, Shannon and Jamie getting ready for the start of stage 3. 28 lead changes so far in this black race in Atlanta. Maybe a little crazier for Joey Logano, who started, or qualified, I should say, on the front row. Had to drop to the back of the field because of that glove in qualifying. And Jamie coming out pit road for that pass through might have been the best thing for him.
Oh, it couldn't have worked out any better if you were a Joey Logano fan. As he's coming out pit road, you see we have this massive 16-car pile, the biggest wreck ever in Atlanta. Shannon collected a lot of great cars, guys that are still damaged.
Just outside the top.
All right, so yeah, I'm back. And so if you missed what happened at the end of stage 2, Logano and Buescher were involved in a crash. Hamlin was too, but it didn't seem like he had much damage. So Logano's race is done. Thank goodness.
We talked about happy and heartbroken at the beginning of the race. He really was heartbroken right now for Joey Logano. Had one of the fastest cars, still on pit road.
We didn't want ketchup and mustard to win.
For stage 3.
Thanks, Shannon. How about we take a look at today's Credit One Bank ones to watch? Clint, who you gonna try on?
This number 6 car. It's been 99 races since Brad Keselowski.
Right now, Todd Gilliland is leading. Keselowski's in second, Chase Elliott's in third. They both took 4 tires. Blaney lost some positions on pit road, and so did others. Come on. Chase Elliott is in third place to start off stage 3. Hopefully he can get a win. I hope so.
George's favorite son, pull this on.
Don't you know Chris Myers does all the jokes around here?
Hey, hats off to those guys. That car is beat up pretty bad, and they've been working hard on that thing. They've been under the hood, Kevin. They patched the left front up. A lot has happened for that car to be running well.
A lot is an understatement. We have torn up a lot of race cars. We've had.
I have to say, yeah, this race has been pretty good. I thought it was going to have a different direction going into lap 6 because sometimes when you have accidents early, it slows down the racing, but it's not the case today. It's been side-by-side most of the race. Crossovers, had drivers get taken out in wrecks. Yeah, Larson also had some problems on that stop. Seemed like the drivers that were in the lead going in just didn't have any good stops there.
Penalties there. Michael McDowell pitting outside the box.
I don't even know what's in the air today.
Yeah, Michael McDowell got another penalty. It seems like his day is done.
We've seen this racing, and it really started to get spread
As it's starting to get evening time in Atlanta. Lights are starting to come on. I wonder if the race will be nighttime by the time it ends. That'd be good to see. 2 back-to-back night races.
So Todd Gilliland is your leader.
I believe Todd Gilliland is the dark horse of this race. He's been up there leading laps. Front row seems to have really fast cars. I have a feeling that he'll be in it to win the race, too. All the Fords are fast if they can just not take each other out.
We see Denny Hamlin right there. He's going to line up P3. He was in the wreck. I saw him in the wreck, and I think that shows you how durable these cars are. I mean, we saw the hood pop up and everything that's happened, but look at Chase Elliott's car. I mean, that thing has bear bond all over it.
Chase Elliott won at his home track once before, back in 2022. Will he be able to win it here? I hope so. It's been a long time since we had Chase Elliott win. We need it today. I'm ready for it too. Here we go. Pace cars going in. We're in the final stage now with 90 laps to go. And there we go. Green flags back in the air. Both are even, but Keselowski falls a little bit back. Elliott just can't really seem to give the push to Keselowski. Like, he has a little bit of that damage from that wreck at lap 6. Hamlin gets a little bit loose. Now Blaney's making moves. Now he's going to be behind Todd Gilliland, as Todd Gilliland is going to lead this lap as well. Just imagine if Todd Gilliland wins today. I don't really want Hamlin to win either, but Hamlin's trying to battle too. Seems like there's 3 wide in the back over there. I think that may be Kyle Busch falling back. Yeah, I think that is Kyle Busch. I'll correct it if they show a replay. But the racing's just going to get more intense right now because we're getting close to the end.
So that the way that those guys raced at the end of that stage is going to happen a little bit quicker now that we have all that energy back with more cars.
I think the grip level moving up in this racetrack is going to enable them to do more with their race.
Yeah, but there's going to be more grip on the track now since it's getting dark. It's not going to be as slick. So hopefully there's going to be some, maybe drivers will be able to control their cars more and we won't have it as slippery, I guess. Let's see. Blaney is on the inside. Falls a little bit back. He can't really challenge Todd Gilliland right now.
He's been a catfish today. A bottom feeder. He's not come off that double line on the bottom, I don't think, for 2 laps the whole day. But he's been making it work. He's made a lot of hay down there. To your point, yes. All the passes he's made, he's been back to the front, back to the front.
Oh, wow. Oh, we got a spinner. But somehow the 15 car saves it. Goes back on the track. Caution is out. That's Kaz Gralla in the 15 car. We almost had the big one right there, but Kaz Gralla saves it, gets it back going, but they threw the caution out. Makes sense why they threw that caution.
Yeah, you can see Kyle shoots in that bottom, putting Kaz in the middle.
I have to see his replay of what happened to him. But yeah, that could have been ugly.
You can see him at the top of your screen. Kyle gets in on the bottom.
Oh, he got squeezed between Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. So it wasn't Kyle Busch that fell back. It was somebody else. Unless he gained it all back. But yeah, he got squeezed. Kaz Gralla, and he spun down to the apron.
I don't think he was trying to cause the caution. I think he was just trying to stay around the guys behind him. So,
yeah, Chase Elliott had to check up. Kyle Busch was under him. He was just in the bad spot, and that's why he spun out. So, first caution to stage 3. I'm sure we had quite a few cautions today, as far as I can remember.
We've had a lot of near misses today.
Yeah, you see the nose of the draw is just underneath the 9 car there. So he knew he couldn't go up. So he did the right thing, not going up the racetrack and spinning Chase Elliott out. But Kyle Busch didn't know that he couldn't go up the racetrack and kind of wound up in a pretty tight spot there.
Man, I told on myself. Ladies and gentlemen at home, I do have another screen. I saw that replay ahead of time, and man, I started calling the shot for it before everybody at home could see it, Mike.
Got to do better, boys.
So we got 84 laps to go. Todd Gilliland is in the lead. Blaney's in second. Hamlin's in third. Truex fourth. Keselowski fifth. Briscoe sixth. Elliott seventh. Cedric eighth. Suarez ninth. And Harrison Burton's in 10th place.
This is interesting, Mike, because we're still a ways away from the window.
So with Logano wrecking earlier, Penske cars are now split up. I'm telling you, it's always the Penske cars that beat themselves whenever it goes to these races.
Well, yeah, if you get stuck in that green flag pit stop scenario like we saw earlier, we saw Joey Logano and a lot of those Fords get kind of out by themselves because they had clean pit stops and they were able to do the things that they needed to
See,
do.
Blaney's pitting. Who else is going to pit?
Blaney, Cindric, and others coming this time.
Seems like the Penske cars are pitting.
I think at this particular point I do because of the fact
Chase Elliott's also pitting.
full fuel and you're just trying to time it.
Seems like a few are pitting, a few aren't. But I have to say, having a control of your car matters more than what track position is at this point, because this is going to be a long run, and depending on how many cautions we get. But I have a feeling these cars will definitely work their way back up. See, Blaney's getting fuel only. Looks like they're just topping off on the fuel, which that's smart.
Free of charge if you did a good job saving.
They're working the left side of Chris Buescher's car, trying to get things all straightened out.
Logano is back in the race, but he's getting damage fixed on that wreck earlier. But he's definitely not winning. Yeah, he said that who's leading comment earlier.
So Todd Gilliland, third generation racer, is the leader.
I can see Todd Gilliland winning this, though. That'd be crazy. Back to commercial break.
What do we have to audition again?
Everyone is auditioning to get T-Mobile Magenta Stacks.
Drop off your car $1.
And T-Mobile will top off the gas.
So,
I say I can play high school, but I don't want to.
man, this is how many laps? I think we got like 83 or 82. We had a caution come out for Kaz Gralla, and we had drivers pit and some didn't. And it was mainly drivers topping off on the field. If we don't get another caution, I wonder if they'll make it all the way. But I have a feeling that's not going to be the only caution we're going to get this stage. I feel like there's going to be more cautions. So, still got a long race to go. But we're not far from the finish.
Spending time outdoors with the ones you love, sharing memories and making new ones, that's an Earnhardt family tradition that I'm proud to carry on.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5. That's my go-to. Ooh, that's my ride or die. Just like you and me, bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JDC.
Yeah. Kind of like yesterday. But I didn't watch yesterday, so I'm not really sure like what all happened. I know Austin Hill won. Don't even get me started on Austin Hill. I don't really like him.
No, not you. You all track business income and expenses with QuickBooks. And you pay all your employees easily and accurately. And you have a business bank account with market-leading APY.
I think we're probably going to have close to 80 laps to go whenever we take the green next time by. Yeah, I did see the end of it. I just didn't see the whole thing. I haven't really felt like peeing for Chevy all day. I've been pretty quiet with my urine.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Credit One Bank. At the twos, Todd Gilliland to the inside.
All right. Drivers are choosing their lanes. We're going to restart it. Yeah, it's going to be 80 laps to go once everybody comes by.
Ty Gibbs will start in the back. He drove through too many boxes on the way into his pit.
So we're going to have Todd Gilliland on the inside, Denny Hamlin on the outside, Truex behind Todd Gilliland, Keselowski's behind Hamlin.
Just stopped on this caution. He is in 10th place. What's the plan?
Yeah, it seems like Ryan Blaney's going to try to save as much fuel as he can. Not a bad strategy, but I have a feeling we're going to get a caution again. I mean, it benefits.
Austin Hill last night in the Xfinity Series race made a believer out of me. I'm not going to rule it out. Absolutely not.
Totally agree. And what a job. Like his teammate, everybody ran out of gas except for him. Not only did he save enough to get to the checkered flag, had a huge burnout, did a good job saving.
Yeah, I feel like if we don't get a caution, it's going to come down to who saves the most fuel.
And they'll shut the car off, coast with the clutch in, let
Yeah.
it out of gear, turn the car back on, and the other
Yeah, it's going to be a good race. I mean, it's already been a good race, but it's going to be a good finish coming up.
in order to put themselves in position to hear the crew chief say, all right, you're good to go.
All right, we got 80 laps to go. We'll see what happened in the next 80 laps to the finish. Green flag's back in the air. As Truex is pushing Todd Gilliland on the bottom. They're way past Hamlin on the outside. And Todd Gilliland is now in the lead. Wow, Truex is really pushing Todd Gilliland out there. But the only problem is the people at the front of the field, they cannot save as much fuel like the other ones can in the back. Because cars in the back during the draft, they're able to save more fuel. But the ones in the front, they're definitely not going to be saving because they're in the lead. But, yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it depends on if we get a caution or not.
Not only has he set a career high for leading laps, he's led the most laps today of anyone.
Led the most laps. Teammates set on the pole. Job well done.
Truex is making a move on Todd Gilliland. And Truex is going to take the lead for the first time today. But he may not be able to lead this lap because here comes Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe's on the inside. But he can't really get any momentum going as he falls back on the inside. Truex is still in the lead.
And they decide to get more organized, then it kind of puts you at a disadvantage. But these first couple laps is the time to make up ground on the bottom.
Look at this, Kevin. What's it like racing this car here in this late afternoon sun?
Well, as Clint would tell you, I was half blind anyway. So but this is one of the worst racetracks going into turn one with that glare on the window. You got all those pits and grime, and I know you just got fresh tear.
All right, Todd Gilliland's trying to make a pass on the outside. Truex goes block. That's going to give all the momentum back to Chase Briscoe. It's like the car kind of stalls out as it gets out of the corner. But when it's in the middle of the corner, it gets more momentum.
Sunset about 40 minutes away.
It's going to get worse, too, as the sun gets lower.
Martin Truex. Now caught on the top side as Gilliland comes back for the lead.
Back up. Clear up. Good job, Todd Gilliland.
And Todd Gilliland's now back in the lead after clearing Martin Truex Jr. That could have been close, though. Daniel Suarez trying to make a move as well.
13, Chase Briscoe.
Ross Chastain's also trying to make moves, trying to get that bottom line going right behind the other bottom line. I think some of these cars are not really wanting to get to the front right now because they're trying to save fuel. But yeah, it's pretty much 2x2 throughout the pack, besides Truex and Todd Gilliland up here. I'd say Todd Gilliland has ran a great race today. I'd be proud no matter what position he finishes. So we're going to commercial break, but they have side-by-side on, so we're still be able to watch some of the action.
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
All right. So. Oh, we got a car in the wall. I think that's the 31 of Daniel Hemrick. But we still get back. We're still racing. It wasn't really an accident. But he did get in the wall a little bit. It's lucky we didn't have a big one there. As Larson's back in the mix trying to take the lead. Todd Gilliland is also in the mix there. We got 72 laps to go. And yeah, Daniel Hemrick got squeezed by William Byron into the wall. Been a rough race for both of those drivers. Kyle Busch is in 13th place right now.
Thank you.
And he's moving up to 11th. That's what it looks like on the screen. Oh, one of the cars almost got cut off over there, I think. Unless they're showing that replay from earlier. No, I couldn't see who that was.
This is the make or break moment. Not just for the day.
But yeah, right now.
This is where a race isn't just about the race. It's about the doors.
Yeah, right now Todd Gilliland is still leading. And it looks like the outside line is the preferred line right now. And Truex is trying to get past Todd Gilliland. And he can't.
USFL merged to create one powerful spring football league called the UFL.
I wonder, I don't remember, did Larson pit or did he not pit that last time? As I know, Blaney Elliott did a top off on fuel. Nice. We got 69 laps to go. And Todd Gilliland still in the lead. We got some side-by-side battling on to Truex in 4th place and on back. Keselowski's trying to start a third line at the top, but he's not really going anywhere. Or he does get past Harrison Burton back there. Oh, Keselowski's trying to cross over on Cindric, and he does make the move. Larson does clear Todd Gilliland, so Larson's down the lead. Pack's getting tighter and tighter as the laps wind down. It's going to be a great finish. I hope. Oh, wow. Truex and Larson got into each other there. Trying to side draft, and they both get into each other, but they're still first and second. So Kyle Busch got the free pass after getting that penalty on pit road or brief flight stops in stage 2. He's right behind Ryan Blaney, trying to get to the front.
Yeah, what a day for Denny Hamlin. Remember, he spun all by himself on lap 53. Came back from that, the end of stage 2.
Come on, Chase. Come on, Blaney.
Joey Logano. The car is so good, though, coming into this race. Chris Gabehart told me they learned some things balance-wise with this brand new race car at Daytona. They brought it here and implemented it. Don't count out the 11 yet, Reagan.
I wonder who's going to be good on fuel and who won't be.
Keep an eye on him when he gets a little bit further up.
Because this is going to be depending on if we get a caution or not.
Burnett told
which I think by the way they're racing, I think we will get a caution.
He is there, Regan. He's tacked on to the lead group, and those positions just keep changing at will.
Because trust me, these guys are going to race for first place. If they're running out of fuel or not.
Traffic jam in front of him. 2, 3 wide here, getting in the 1. Right along with
As Larson is still the leader.
3 wide in front of you, Kevin, off the 2 tight quarters.
Oh, Chase Elliott and Ross Chastain got into each other there, but they keep it going. These cars are bumping into each other. It's a wonder we hadn't had more accidents. Larson and Trucks are still racing each other hard. Keselowski is pushing him, and so is Todd Gilliland pushing Larson at the top. It's been like lap 31 since Larson pitted. So yeah, if it gets down to it, there's going to be a few cars out that are trying to make it.
Is awesome. Truex tried to clear him. Kyle knows that that's what he's wanting to do. He is not lifting, getting into the corner, keeping that car on his door, not letting him up. We're going to see it clear up here. There he goes. One lift is all it took. Starting to see Gil.
Oh man, we're 3 wide now. Oh, Chase Elliott goes for a spin.
Up toward traffic. It is Chase Elliott. Did a good job keeping that car down.
And there's a caution.
Caution is out.
But he does save it. What a save by Chase Elliott. He's going to be in the back, but a caution has come out.
In 8th place, and he may have been tagged. May have been contact from Ross Chastain.
Well, now you see the left front really been up on
Darn.
Chase Elliott's car. And it just felt like that was going to happen.
Hope Chase Elliott can get that car fixed and they can still stay in this race to win.
Stay there. They were pushing and shoving and doing everything they could do for track position to get forward.
It didn't look like something fatal, though, for his car. So we'll see.
You see Chastain Chase Elliott 3 wide. Chastain gets to his bumper, getting in the corner.
Yep, and of course, Ross Chastain spins Chase Elliott. I like Ross Chastain. I don't at the same time. So annoying.
What happened there? Obviously, the one car is in the back of him, but did Chase lift?
Well, for one thing, Chastain and Bubba Wallace are racing for the free pass position.
Yeah, Chastain just bumped Elliott hard. That spun him out.
Really, really hard into the back of the
spot. I think he nailed it. He was 3 wide getting in, needed to lift a little bit to save his car. Chastain ran him over.
Ty Gibbs also went for a spin, too. But he saved it.
What do we do now? Do we pit or do we stay out and go for it? We needed some help.
Well, I think you're going to have a mixed bag here, man. There is no doubt. There's going to be drivers that feel like they can save enough of this caution, and who knows? I think, like I said, we're probably still not done with cautions.
100%.
I knew we were going to get it under caution. I didn't see us going all the way to the end.
Everything he did with the throttle,
Darn.
everything that he did with the steering wheel right there, but he gapped up to keep it down off the racetrack.
Why? Why does it seem like we're so close every single race and we don't win it? This is like 2017.
Yes, not.
Not every day you have an option. It's easier to just explain who hasn't been in a wreck.
Well, that is definitely a unique list, and that pretty much tells the story of the day and how this race has gone.
All right, so we got 60 laps to go. It's plenty of time. As long as there's nothing wrong with Chase Elliott's car, there's plenty of time for him to get back up the field.
You're looking at me like I have 3 heads. I don't think, but it is a thing. You can tell when you get right up behind somebody who does that. I can't say I've never done it, but it's not often. All you old guys are always worried about fuel mileage. My dad's the same way. That thing gets terrible fuel mileage. You idiot, what are you doing driving that thing? Well, there you go. I hope he's not listening, because that's what you just explained is what he'll be trying to do. Okay. Martin Truex Last top 5 for Truex was Michigan last August. And on the drafting tracks, which now include Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta, Goosehead.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's see which drivers pit and which ones don't. I'm pretty sure the ones that were good on fuel are probably going to be the ones that pit, and the ones that are good on fuel that can save will not pit.
And it looks like everybody who did not stop at lap 177 is in now, along with some of those who did.
Seems like pretty much everybody's pitting. Makes sense.
Chase Briscoe were running 3rd and 4th. Michael McDowell, however, stayed out. Jamie.
A lot of crew chiefs telling their drivers we're right in our fuel window. Saw some tires on the wall for Denny Hamlin, but it sounds like it's going to be
all right.
Only got 3.5 seconds for the 6.
Yeah, it seems like most drivers are topping off on fuel.
Better this run. 3 seconds of fuel, Regan.
Collars in the 5 car continues a gate grip with the front. He likes how the car is. It's going to be 2 tires for him. And the 14 to Chase Briscoe. You only wanted a quick stop.
Oh, Cindric and Briscoe almost made contact on pit road.
Chase Briscoe with a bit of a gain here as he comes out alongside Denny Hamlin.
Truex is the first one out. Denny Hamlin second. Todd Gilliland took 2 tires. That's interesting. Oh, he lost a couple spots too. That's actually good for him.
And we'll take you side by side.
Larson also took 2.
Here's one thing we can all agree on. Having more choices beats having less choices.
Yeah, Chase Elliott's still getting that fender repaired.
For any job. Whether that job is getting heavy things where they need to go.
Hope he doesn't go a lap down.
We're going from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds.
I think he can stick it out and still get a good finish. And even if something happens to all these drivers up ahead, he could make it through the wreck, kind of like he did in Daytona, and be there at the end.
You're using Head and Shoulders, right?
Only when I see flakes. Then I switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should use it every wash. Otherwise, the flakes will come back.
He's right, you know.
Patrick Mahomes on this commercial, Head and Shoulders.
Really?
They're always on your scalp, little rascal.
Yeah, someone needs to be going to Super Bowl next
His
year.
dryness or flakes down here.
I love Tiny Troy and his tiny, gorgeous hair.
He's the best. Make every wash count. Little help, please.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's. Serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger and fries for just $10.99. Good luck.
Yeah, so you're not really missing much, guys. It's under caution.
This Chili's 3 for me is the best.
As I think a couple drivers did stay out. No. Or did they? I'm not sure. I don't think anyone stayed out. But McDowell's in the lead otherwise. McDowell was involved with Byron in that incident earlier going into pit road, but now he's back in first place. It's crazy how things change throughout this race. You could be looking like your day is done, and then you're back up there. How resilient these drivers are.
In public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
What we got? Order.
Podcast.
I don't know, man. Like 400? What do you want to watch?
Why are there floatables on the go?
That's a 100-year-old Ford. It's in the 1920s. This guy was probably pretty racist back then.
Let's get these trash cans in the truck, everyone.
Begin to be easy up and hit the bar. All these guys 21?
The Animal Control season premiere, Wednesday, March 6th on Fox.
Is this the start of a dynasty, a redemption, or is this the makings of the wildest ride you've ever witnessed? Any questions?
And they're showing the recap. Well, I'll take you through my own recap for this race. So on lap 2, we had an incident where 16 cars were involved. Only Bell and Bowman were out of the race. And then we had some racing crew there. We had Busher and Hamlin spin. And then we had, I think McDowell won stage 1. And in stage 2, we had I don't remember who won stage 2. Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a long day, and I'm not feeling as good. But we had that happened, and then we had that's right, Logano and Buescher and Hamlin were involved at the end of stage 2. They were crashing, and I think, Cindric won the stage. I remember it was Cindric that won stage 2. So Penske swept the stages today, and then we had this last run here where Chase Elliott got spun out by Ross Chastain. It was a bad bump draft, and took Chase Elliott and made him go to the back. But he's still in 19th place, so he has a chance to win still. And that's about what's happened today. And he had a few cars like almost crashed most of the race, and they're still in it.
15 or more laps down. Out of the race, Christopher Bell. In the garage with crash damage.
All right, we're back racing again with 55 laps to go. Green flags back in the air. Michael McDowell, that was dominating a little bit earlier, is now back in the lead. The pole sitter getting pushed by Denny Hamlin down the bottom lane. Truex is on the outside, getting pushed by Chase Briscoe. Everybody can make it to the end now, so these guys are all going to race for it. As right now, everybody is side by side. And right now, it looks like Truex is going to lead that lap. 54 laps to go. Oh, Austin Dillon got into the wall back there, but they keep it going.
Way off the pace, no caution, trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, we've been having cars getting up into the wall and just somehow not bringing caution throughout this entire race. How this race has been, there should be more cautions.
And with McDowell not stopping, but still only back in 10th. After leading more laps than anyone today.
McDowell goes to block hit. He goes to block Truex Jr. Hamlin's on the bottom. Probably the first time today Joe Gibbs' cars have made noise, besides wrecking.
I think you can get away with that in 1 and 2. Yeah. There's Michael McDowell's radio.
Well, that's purely a track position thing, and they thought that they were pretty close on fuel if they did that. We see Austin Cindric get the 11 car load.
Oh, Truex is trying to make a move on McDowell right here. And they're also 3 wide right behind him as they're side by side for the lead. Truex is side by side with McDowell in the 34. Now they're 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Chase Briscoe at the top. And now Chase Briscoe's going to... Oh, now we're going to be 4 wide. We're 4 wide for the lead. Cindric goes for it on the bottom, and it works. He's in the lead, and we're still 4 wide for second place. What a move by Austin Cindric. It's a wonder that worked, too, because there could have been an accident. They're going to have to sort this out in the back. I don't think they can make it 4 wide for here, but they might. Keselowski's close to the wall. Truex is getting shuffled out to the back. That was close.
And when those cars are all side by side, all these cars that are behind them, it just gets harder and harder to find a spot that you can even make the corner because of all the air that it's taken off.
But yeah, Cindric. That was an aggressive move by Cindric to get the lead. And now Kyle Busch is making his way back. He's in second place right behind Cindric. Kyle Busch wants to win this race for sure. As we're 3 by 3 by 3 going to the back with 48 laps to go.
He's got a win at Daytona. And Larry said he took 4 tires on his last stop, and it shows. Larson almost shot to the middle there. That closed up by Ambetter.
Oh, man. Racing is getting intense in these last laps.
Sun's going down, grip level's coming up. So is the intensity. They're able to get.
I'm feeling there's going to be a big wreck going to happen in the next 15 laps.
Yeah, when that sun goes down, Clint, the cars become, the track temperature goes down, so the cars just gain grip. And when these cars gain grip, they get confidence.
As Kyle Busch and Austin Cindric are battling side by side.
Clint, I can't remember 4 wide in Atlanta that didn't end up in a pile.
Battling side by side for the lead. As Cindric has a point. How these cars are moving. Yeah, I bet there's going to be a wreck that happens. But Cindric's still in the lead. Hamlin's going to cross over behind Busch. Cindric goes to block. Yeah, they are racing a lot more intense than they were in the first 2 stages. Chase Elliott's still in 17th place. My pick to win. Ryan Blaney's in 10th place. Anybody can win it at this point, though. Since we had that caution with Chase Elliott, everybody's back in it. That are on the lead lap, of course.
Trying to make it shorter yet. Denny Hamlin to the outside for the lead on Austin Cindric. He's got the Busch. Kyle Busch behind him going into turn 1.
Kyle Busch giving Denny Hamlin a push. Busch giving the push. That's funny.
There is no let up.
Outside by side between Hamlin and Cindric. What a point.
As we start running more and more laps, even though the sun has gone down and the track's getting cooler, I mean, the handling is still going to come into effect, and you're going to see the Brad Keselowski's.
Briscoe's down on the inside now of Denny Hamlin. Briscoe's going to try to clear Hamlin. He can't. Hamlin almost gets into the wall. Hamlin had to check up there. Briscoe could not clear at all. Briscoe has been close to the lead all day today, but he just can't seem to clear first place.
This season, Toyota Racing.
You know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to pee for Chevy.
That leave their own smoke trail. So hold on tight and strap yourself in. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to. Ooh, that's my ride or die. Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JDC for just $5.
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
Hello?
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
Today is just such a special day. The XFL and the USFL merged together to create one powerful spring football league called the UFL. These players are going to play hard-nosed, intense football, passionate football.
Every play matters.
They're going to have one shot. They're going to ball out. Spring football is here to stay. The UFL season kicks off March 13th on Fox and ABC.
These are my tissue box covers.
Remember, tissues come in boxes. It's important for young homeowners to let turning them into their.
Okay, I'm back, and shoot, I missed a caution. I think a crash happened. Larson's got damage.
You still on that car? I do not.
Okay, we'll have to see what this was for, but literally nothing was going on until I ended up peeing for Chevy. And we have a Chevy crashing. How ironic is that? It looks like Hamlin's got damaged. Seems like something maybe only involving Larson.
Every superstar had a dream. Every home track is the start of something special. That's what good old short track racing is. Learn more about NASCAR regional tracks near you at NASCAR.
I think Larson may be done.
Virginia is for lovers of a return to racing under the bright lights. NASCAR Weekend at Richmond Raceway. Get your tickets now at richmondraceway.com.
As the sun sinks slowly in the west, so does our list of cars that have not been involved in an accident. 8th caution flag. You saw it all on our side-by-side coverage. Lap 220, the 5, 6, and 7. Larson, Keselowski, and Corey LaJoie. Here are the cars that have not been in a crash today.
This has just been a wild race, and it's just it's everything that we talked about. So let's take a look and see what happened here at the last.
All right, let's see what happened here.
You're going to see the 6 right there of Brad Keselowski. He's going to go in the corner here, and he's going to get loose. And the 5 and 7 just had nowhere to go and couldn't check up fast enough and wound up just getting involved as well.
Let's see.
See him go in right there, go up the racetrack.
Keselowski got loose, kind of like what happened to Buescher earlier. And that involved Larson, LaJoie, and Keselowski.
And that's how close these cars to being on the edge are. You see Brad just wiggle a little bit, but every single corner is just like that for these.
Yeah, Keselowski's probably going to have a bent toe link as well.
Lap after lap, and with all these cars,
So we've crossed 3 hours on this stream.
we take a look from the back bumper of Brad Keselowski, see him wiggle, start to slide. 5 and 7.
You hear him? I mean, he was still in the throttle. Watch this.
Yep, all good. You're track. Don't touch it. Right, hold it right. Hey, Brad, keep going straight. Calm down. Get a roll straight here. Yeah, you get a roll straight. Don't hit again. All right, hold the brake.
Brad spotter TJ Majors on the radio there. Here's Corey LaJoie's view. Minor damage to LaJoie.
There was just nowhere to go.
So yeah, let's see. Keselowski got loose. There's nothing for Larson to do.
Every single one. Not of his own doing necessarily.
Laid him right in his lap. Had it where he needed to be, right? I mean, it's all you can ask as a driver.
And that's all you can do. You just got to know as we go on board here with Kyle. Brad steps out. He's just wrong place, wrong time. And that's just bad luck.
Be right back, guys.
You want to race at the front of these fields as much as you can, and you just got to play the percentage. I always tell myself it was a 50% game, 50% chance of wrecking. Obviously, that's not working for Kyle, but I guess if you add in all the other super speedway races, maybe it works out for him.
Now, Michael McDowell, who did not pit on the last caution, has made a pit stop under this one. There's McDowell, who will be a guest on Race Up this coming Thursday on FS1. And Austin Cindric up in the top 3. Here's his radio.
He can push.
All right, I'm back.
He's comfortable doing it. Has to grip behind cars in the wake.
And he's got a fast car.
That is rare.
8 caution flags today, including the 2 for the stage ends. The action began at lap 2. When the 3 along the middle goes spinning. And 16 cars in all pile up. The biggest recorded pileup in Atlanta Motor Speedway history. Chris Buescher goes for a single car spin. Denny Hamlin off the front bumper of the Busch.
Yeah, we had a lot happen today. They're showing a recap.
Locks it up. Collects Daytona 500. Chris Buescher, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin. Ross Chastain into Chase Elliott.
Yeah, this is going to be a shootout here.
As Gralla went for a spin, and then this involving the 5, 6, and 7.
And that was the scoring loop that set the leader for Denny.
All right, so we got Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch, ex-teammates, on the front row.
So he gets to make his
So Hamlin and Busch pick the bottom, Ford's pick the top.
made good ground going to the front of the
This is going to be interesting.
I like how Busch picking behind him on
So we got
Did that surprise you?
36 laps to go right now, coming to the line, 35 to go.
Feels like that he might be a good pusher. It just depends on the scenario of his car. He might feel like the bottom lane is better for him. I don't know everything. There's a lot of decisions that have to be made from those choices that they have talked about. But it seems like the bottom lane can get going for a couple laps.
At least on the start of it for the first corner, for sure. But man, as strong as his car is, I was a little bit surprised that he didn't elect to go to that outside and try to eventually be in that preferred line that we've seen, work so many times on the outside.
Larry, we run enough caution laps. The fuel is no longer a concern.
Yeah, I think when they topped off most of them back there on that caution at lap 202 right in there, I think that pretty much covered everybody, Mike. I think we're good to go. Even McDowell elected to finally come to pit road into one of these cautions.
So when we restart, 25 cars on the lead lap. William Byron, the first and only car one lap down right now. It'll be 35 laps to go.
All right, pace cars going in. We've got 35 laps to go.
Front row, Cindric and Briscoe.
It's going to be Denny Hamlin and Cindric
And Blaney.
going to the line. And we're going to have 35 laps to go. Seems like the inside line's getting better of the start. Hamlin is on the bottom. And him and Kyle Busch are going to move on the outside. Great start by them. Yep, the sun is setting and our race is getting more intense. Oh, looks like Hemrick kind of slid up the track back there. Could have been a bad accident. Blaney has slowly made his way back up to the front. Finally, NASCAR decides to do, or Fox decides to do a crank it up while the cars are actually racing on track center and pit road.
They've just gone crazy racing side by side, but now they've kind of settled out, and here comes Ryan Blaney.
Todd Gilliland almost got in an accident there.
Probably a push, loose, snap, loose scenario.
And now you're going to have to deal with pushes that you haven't dealt with all day.
31 laps to go.
They're going to be more aggressive than they've been all day trying to get this their car or and your car, whatever the positioning is, towards the front. So this is going to get more and more aggressive as we get towards the end of this race.
They're not only going to hit you, they're not going to lift when they get off.
They're going to ram you at this point.
Then we'll let the guy in.
Blaney and Gilliland in the 38. His grandfather Butch was the NASCAR West champion, Winston West champion, 1997.
So yeah, Hamlin's still in the lead.
66th birthday.
Besides him and Busch, they're all side by side.
David and Butch Gillen, so I've raced against Todd Gillen as well. So I've raced against 3 generations of the Gillen family. So go ahead, Clint.
Just gave him softball.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Blaney's trying to make the move on the outside. Cedric is going with him, his teammate.
Here comes Blaine with a huge run on the outside. Can he clear for the lead? Off the bumper of his teammate.
Nice move by Blaney. He's going to take the lead here.
Very strong.
But he can't clear Kyle Busch. But he's got a teammate and Todd Gillen. And Todd Gillen looks like he's going to go with Kyle Busch here.
Does he go by him? Does he use the momentum or does he push him?
Pushes it back to the lead. Blaney steaming around the outside.
See, Blaney's going to lead that lap by Kyle Busch. Chase Briscoe's going to the inside with Kyle Busch. Man, almost lost his car there, but he is side by side with Ryan Blaney. He's going to take second place from him. Cedric is also going. He's trying to make the move like he did earlier, but he couldn't do it as Cedric blocks. And now they're 3x3 behind all 4 of those cars.
He's giving these guys fits. He gets these big runs and he can't hold it down in the corner. That'll get him in trouble if he's not careful.
These cars battling are just going to help Kyle Busch.
So you see those guys hanging out.
Kyle Busch did win at Talladega last year, so it hasn't been that long ago that Kyle Busch has won a restrictor plate track.
We see Ryan Blaney on the outside. We see Austin Cindric behind him, his teammate. We heard Austin Cindric tell his crew that he is dangerous because of the fact that he can push and he has a fast enough car to go by you. So he feels like he can be on offense at all times in the 2 car.
Bubba Wallace. Third car in that outside lane. This thing.
Let's see. Cindric pushes Blaney back out to the front. He is clear on both lanes. We got 26 laps to go. It's getting down to it.
Well, he's in the majority claim, so most every car in this field has damage. So.
Oh, Briscoe.
Whoa, big lift out. Hamlin got in trouble.
Yeah, Hamlin got shuffled out back there. He's fallen a little bit to the back.
He gets those big runs and he can't do anything with it. When he gets in the corner, cannot hold it down, pushes him up the racetrack.
Well, the other thing that's going to do with the whole field, as you start making those moves over and over and over again, you're going to get less and less help. So you might be able to make them on the aggression, but you're also going to get hung out.
Martin Truex was the loser on that one. He was in the high side, had to lift, got backed up because of it.
Well, we see the 4-car, Josh Berry right there. We talked about his dual speeding penalties under green. He's been able to get the lucky dog and get himself back in contention. He's running 11th right now.
Yeah, racing's really tight. I'm pretty sure how Austin Cindric is racing. He's going to try to pull out and pass Blaney if they're still in the lead at the end.
Configuration, and the average of the final caution is lap 238, which is 22 laps to go. Right now, we've got 24 to go. So we'll see.
Well, that's exactly what those guys up on the pit box do.
There is 24 laps to go, and Ryan Blaney's in the lead. Kyle Busch is in 3rd place. Oh, look at this. Kyle Busch is trying to make a move to the bottom, trying to pass Cindric here.
These big runs they're getting and not being able to hold it down, like we talked about with Briscoe. He's not the only one in that scenario. That's where the trouble is going to happen. Right.
Now Hamlin side by side with Cindric. Cindric has fallen back a little bit. It is Busch and Blaney, 1-2.
It's those runs, Mike. They get massive runs. It's like Reviver into somebody, the right side. Phil Markey's on those tires.
So you got 22 to go. Here comes Cindric on the bottom, coming back on Kyle Busch. Trying to go with his teammate Blaney here. Blaney trying to block the top, but it's not going to work. Here comes Kyle Busch on the outside. But Kyle cannot get the momentum. Still is out in the middle of the turn. Blaney's still in the lead at the moment.
So as we get later and later in the run, as we saw Ross Chastain do last week, you're going to have to block and pick and choose where you want to put your car in front of those lanes coming at you.
And they're still 3 abreast. A couple of rows deep right there.
The speed in the 14 is what makes him dangerous. He's able to...
Oh, 4 wide. Oh, Hamlin spins Briscoe, and we have a big crash. Briscoe's out of it.
Chase Briscoe. Larry, you missed it by a lap. I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, that's exactly what we talked about, Clay.
Hamlin has turned Chase Briscoe into the wall, and Chase Briscoe's race is done. Could have been a bigger wreck, but somehow, Hamlin's got damaged, so Hamlin's out of the race now too. Man, more good cars taken out of this race.
Situation in your lap by the time you got in the corner where you saw Denny Hamlin's right front wheel is locked. He's just trying to nurse it around the pit road.
I'd like to see the replay on this.
Anybody surprised? No. Not me.
I think either Briscoe checked up or Hamlin just completely got into him.
Well, you see Chase Briscoe right here.
See, they're side by side in the back straightaway. Let's see, Suarez trying to go for the move. Hamlin just ran out of room. And that's why we had that accident there.
Yeah, you want to be aggressive and you want to keep doing everything that you need to do to go forward, but at that particular point, you just got a little tap.
So yeah, looked like a 3-car incident there.
Nowhere to go and wound up getting spun out.
Big hit by Chase Briscoe.
Ninth caution flag of the day.
The 9th caution of the day. Man, there's been a lot that's happened in this race, and it's still not over.
Toyota Racing is looking for iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing. Toyota Racing is looking for quick draw thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to. Oh my gosh. Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do?
Yep, race is getting intense. I'll probably get turn a light on here. It's getting a little dark.
All this with the GBC for just $5. All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride.
Whew.
The Bush Guy.
Oh man, this is gonna be an interesting race coming down to the end.
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been on here?
12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
Man, this is going to be a great finish. Just hoping it's not a wreck fest at the end. Yeah, nowhere for Hamlin and Briscoe to go. I'll be right back, guys.
Briscoe looked like Denny Hamlin got the worst of it here.
And that's just, they're too wide below Chase there, and Spotter's got to be telling him too wide. I don't know what the spotter said, but they were too wide below him, and hold on. Yeah, he went too low, and Denny Hamlin was there with the car below him, and he couldn't go anymore. And and the 14 wound up getting spun out right there.
Yeah, Daniel Suarez had a run to the inside of Hamlin, so they were stacked up 4 wide.
Well, it's one thing to shoot a 4 wide gap if you've got momentum. No momentum getting into 3.
Yeah, and you see him let go of the steering wheel with this ragged pinion steering on the front of these cars. It just whips the wheel back and forth. So a lot of guys choose to just let go of the wheel and not get the wrist hurt.
Let's hear from some of the drivers on just that thing to do with your hand when they're in that situation.
If you're involved in it, typically I will.
All right, we are under red flag.
You don't want to get your hand caught in the wheel. That's a done deal for a while. You break your wrist, break your hand. So I'm in an impact. I'm letting go of the wrist.
Try to do self-service by getting your hands out of the wheel because that thing is going to move and it does not care what's in the way. It will break stuff.
Yeah, and you see Chase just choose to do that. Me, I was a hang on for dear life type of guy. I thought I could drive it all the way to the end of it. That changed a little bit in these cars because it does rip the wheel out of your hand so hard. So
For me, it was exactly what you said. I just need something to hold on to. We're in a wreck. Man, just being along for the ride without holding on to anything is kind of scary.
How about we dial up Kyle Busch and see what he's thinking sitting here in 4th place under the red flag?
So yeah, Blaney's in the lead with 19 laps to go.
Well, yeah, actually.
Well, good. Holding pretty wheel out there, cowboy. So far, so good.
Yeah, it's been a little up and down. We've got a fast car, that's for sure. So all the guys at RCR and ECR should be proud of what we got going right here with our stuff. Made a mistake on pit road there instead, got us behind, but we recovered nicely. So all in all, Cheddar's Camaro looks best out front, but the rest of these guys have a problem letting me lead laps. So we'll see if we can lead the last one.
Well, talk to me about that a little bit. We've seen a lot of carnage. We've seen a lot of runs. We've seen moves go wrong, blocks, all of the above. What lane do you like to be in? And moreover, what company are you trying to get with?
Well, I'm running out of friends. I didn't have any to begin with, but the ones that I kind of had are diminishing. So I don't know. You know, I feel like I just got to maintain or choose my best situation, not necessarily who by any means. So, you know, just trying to play that chess match the best I can and make the right moves and plan and predict. It's so hard with the anomaly of everybody, everything happening, and the race changes each time these characters crash and knock some of the players out.
Well, you've already brought home one trophy this weekend. Let's do it again today. Good luck out there the rest of the way. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, man, thanks. I've had my fair share of brooms. I'm sure the Atlanta Motor Speedway's got another one somewhere.
That's the Kyle Busch I'm looking for.
The broom referring to a clean sweep of the weekend. He would be 2 for 2. He won the truck race yesterday. William Byron's going to get the free.
So you guys not really missing much right now. It's under red flag.
Jamie?
Well, defending series champion Ryan Blaney has led 21 laps. He's the current leader right now. Jonathan Hassler is crew chief. Jonathan, do you feel like at this point you guys have enough friends around you? And is the car strong enough to keep it where it is right now?
Yeah, I think so. We got the two right there. He's been good, you know, working with us. And I think Ryan, regardless of who's back there, has done a good job kind of managing each of the lanes and putting himself in a good position. I think he's one of the best, you know, speedway racers in the garage. So I think we'll be in a good spot.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Very good.
Austin Sears spent up towards the front the good majority of the day today. Brian Wilson, the guy on the radio, helping him to do that. Brian, you got your driver in a great position with a teammate up there. What do you tell him as we get this restart shortly?
Yeah, I think our spotter kind of summed it up the best. He said, you know, this is a similar position to what we were in last week, and it really doesn't matter unless we finish it off. So, you know, last week was a great week for us, but unfortunately we had a wrecked race car. So trying to finish this one off, and I think the guys have really done their homework to be able to do that.
Thanks, Brian.
There is Austin Cindric in second place, awaiting the command to restart engines and come around as they clean up with 19 laps to go. Now, for most of this track's history, since it was built in 1960, they've run 500-mile NASCAR races here. The spring race recently shortened to 400 miles, and yet We are 2 lead changes away from an all-time track record for Atlanta for lead changes. Todd Gilliland's been out front for 58 laps today. Austin Cindric for 32. Kyle Busch for 28. Michael McDowell, the pole sitter, for 27. Same for Joey Logano. Ryan Blaney for 21 and Kyle Larson for 17. Blaney, leader right now. What do you got on the dial-a-tone here?
Wait, we're going to try to dial up Martin Truex here. Hey, Martin, Kevin Harvick up in the Fox booth. Tell us about this day, man. It looks like it.
All right, I'll be back, guys. Since red flag.
Where's your head at right now for the end of this thing? Lawyer is in charge of the radio up here. Let's try again. Martin, Kevin Harvick up in the Fox booth. Tell us about your day, man. It has been wild. What's the plan here for these last 19 laps?
Yeah, hey buddy, it's been pretty crazy, unbelievable, like just how aggressive everybody's been. But yeah, strategy wise, just we're good on gas and we got the tires we're going to race on, and just trying to figure out how to be in the right position there. So my car's diesel at the bottom. So hopefully we can pick up a few spots here, get back right there near the front, and then stay there. Hopefully stay right behind us, not in front of us. That's the key, I think, from here on out.
We've been telling all the fans at home just how hard these cars are to drive. Tell us how it feels from the driver's seat. I know when I drove last year, it was just up on top of the racetrack and sliding around and very strange getting in the corners with the arrow. Is that how it is still?
Yeah, you nailed it. It's a bit of a surprise party every corner. So yeah, the thing is that just the traffic, there's so much air moving around. It's one lap you're sideways and chatter the right rear about to crash, spin out, and the next corner the right front takes off for the pin. So it's you got to be real mindful of what situation you're in and try to anticipate that. But crazy as it is, it's been kind of fun too. So I think my bad work camera's pretty strong, and hopefully we can make it to the end and be at the front here.
All right, buddy. Thanks for talking to us. Keep her straight.
Yeah, I'll try.
9 caution flags and 1 red flag so far. Sunset about 10 minutes ago here in the greater Atlanta area. Pretty pictures. Not so pretty what's happened down at the racetrack, and wherever the dumpster is, the cheap metal goes. Well, it's going to get any more than a dumpster. It's been a mess, but the racing's been great. I'm not sure how we balance that. You've had 7 cars, just 7, that have not been involved in one of the crashes today.
It's rare that we have a list that is shorter of the cars not damaged than the ones that are damaged, but it has been a wild race. And I think going into this, we knew it was going to be wild because of the temperature, because of how the cars drive here, the pushing, the shoving. But we didn't even make it to the first corner before we had some Martin first lap.
Well, you heard Martin Truex Jr. right there. He said it, right? He put it on the drivers. It's amazing to him how aggressive all these drivers are. Just saw it with Chase Briscoe. You hate to put it on him, but that probably could have been avoided. It was coming. I saw it for 10 laps. He was trying, and he finally got it done.
But does a driver say, well, hey, that worked okay the last time I tried it. Hey, 4 wide. We can go around 4 wide here. I'll try it again, and I'll try it again, and try it again until you can't.
Well, sometimes that momentum in a fast car just puts you in the kind of take the bait type of mode to be able to shoot this hole and shoot that hole. But it has definitely become a survival race. And I think as we get to the end of this race, we still do have a couple of fast cars up in the front for sure. And I think as we go later and later, the pushes, like we talked earlier, they're going to get harder and harder. It might not be the last yellow.
It's the package. I like what you said right there. The option's on the table. It's up to you whether you take that option or not, right? Put people in trouble time and time again. We've seen that. Holy cow. It's the highlight reel is longer than the race. It's unbelievable.
You're almost speechless? Is that what you're saying? Almost? Not close. You got more. Okay.
Let's check in with Shannon and Jamie.
Well, we got the highlight reel for you guys. He sure did. He knew that we were coming. We were actually trying to write down all of the drivers that were involved in this. We figured maybe just go the other way. I think there's about 5 guys who have not been involved because this started early, Jay.
Yeah, lap 2, you see one of the biggest wrecks at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 16 cars involved in that, eliminated a lot of good cars before they even got started. And this was common, Jim. We saw guys get loose. You see Chris Buescher on lap 25 moved up just a little bit, got his right rear in the dirty part of the track, and spun around.
Denny Hamlin, he's having an eventful day, right? This is the first of it, lap 53. He slides through that infield. I mean, we've seen this a lot, right? We've seen guys just one-car wrecks.
Yeah, and this here was the green flag pit-stops. Michael McDowell locks up the rear brakes, gets into the Daytona 500 winner, William Byron. Both of those guys lost a lap in that instance.
Heartbroken Joey Logano, that 159. Started, I mean, he qualified on the front row, had to start in the back of the field, and was all the way up to the front, and then his day was done.
Denny Hamlin was involved in that one as well. This is Ross Chastain getting into the back and Chase Elliott. Spun Elliott around, only a one-car wreck, but Shannon, we have seen so many spins today.
Yeah, at 219 multi-car wreck, and we're seeing this. I mean, over and over again, wreck. We've had 9 cautions so far. We still have under 20 laps to go as we just got back to yellow flag out there. It's not over yet. What is the cause of this? I mean, we saw the 4 wide, right? We knew that these guys are getting aggressive out there. We know that they're taking chances, but it has been just wide open since the start of this race.
Yeah, and it gets down to the end. You're seeing right here Chase Briscoe going around. Guys get more aggressive because it gets more intense as the race gets down to the end. But I would say this has been one of the most fun races to watch. And listening to Kevin talk about it in the booth, the racing, typically you see the leader have this massive advantage because of having clean air. It's almost as if the cars behind have the advantage because of the draft they're able to generate. No one's safe.
At lap 2, when that first wreck happened, I remember you said, oh man, I don't know how this is going to affect the race. I don't know if this is going to be as good because of all those cars that were out of the event.
Well, I was just worried that if you eliminated 15 or 20 cars, what kind of a speedway drafting type race are you going to have? But we've seen a lot of those guys that were involved in wrecks be able to come back and have great runs.
Mike, what do you think the odds are that we see 4 wide again in these last 18 or so laps?
I give that about a 7 out of 10. I think we have enough cars left to do it. I also think we have not seen the last caution flag.
I would agree with you on that, Mike. I think you are 100% right on not seeing the 4 wide and not the last caution.
All right, here comes Daniel Hemrick, Todd Gilliland, and more to pit road.
We see Todd Gilliland with some damage to the right side of his car. Daniel Hemrick there changing right side tires, damage to the right side of his car as well. But as we get towards the end of this race here, I think you're going to see everything that we have seen, but probably a little bit of what we saw last week with Ross Chastain, as he did just an absolutely wonderful job of blocking. It's just become part of racing. But as you see Joey Logano here, Ross Chastain shoved it, and he fixed it right because last week he push him by. But Brad has every intentions.
All right, I'm back. I had to take care of some laundry right there.
Put himself in the best position possible to keep those lines behind him. And as one run comes from the bottom.
So I think we just got back under yellow when I saw the flash on my screen. So we'll be back racing in a little bit. It's going to be a great finish.
Trying to block the run, and now he's going to follow him down the racetrack as Brad starts to go underneath him, locked on the back of the car. And honestly, guys, if he doesn't wreck it right here, Brad is underneath the one, but Ross Chastain has just done a great job. He did a great job last week of blocking, and blocking is going to be a part of this game. I don't know that you can do it exactly like
So with 17 to go, we got Blaney, Cindric, Suarez, Bush, Wallace, Truex Jr., Barry, and Stenhouse.
That blocking on display right there was doing hard.
Past 3.5 hours on this stream, so man, this race has been taking a while.
Communication is so important. That was.
Let's see. What does the pace car say? We got 1 lap to go soon. So making lane choice. Both pit skis go on the inside. Smart choice. So we're going to have a 15-lap shootout coming to the end. It's going to be an interesting finish. I just hope it's not a wreck fest.
I don't think you can do it anyway. I think you're going to get locked on both sides. We've seen that on these restarts. I didn't think Kyle Busch not taking that outside. I was like, man, I think I'd have took a look at that. He elected to stay on the inside. You covered it. Kevin last restart was able to push to the lead and stay there.
Let's see who I got. I'm still confident in Blaney. I think Blaney's going to win this. I'd be happy if Blaney or Chase Elliott wins. Shout out to Carson Hocevar running 10th place. Look at all those cars all beat up and bent up, and they're still in this race. It's like Martinsville.
I always felt when I drove here, it's kind of fun, but I'm kind of scared for my life at the same time.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I got something else for these guys.
Tell me.
Do not forget that this race is the first race of the playoffs. If you're going to make a quest and a bid for the championship, you're going to have to be good on this racetrack. If you didn't like it this time around, you better get your attitude right because it's even more important next time.
That's a good point.
Well, here they come.
Hydrating for his fire finish. Ha! All right, Blaney and Suarez on the front row. Here we go. Green flag back in the air with 15 laps to go.
Haven't seen much of Suarez today.
Seems like Blaney has the advantage. Him and Cedric are sticking together. Everybody gonna try to make any moves?
Teammates are going to be strong. And Truex locked onto the bottom again.
That's good for Blaney because he has control of both lanes.
See both the 99 and the 2 car have to check up there, and the 2 car come off the bumper of the 12. Both of those cars of Austin Cindric in the 2 and the 8 car of Kyle Busch.
Suarez still side by side with Austin Cindric.
Put himself in a position to push on the bottom.
Austin Cindric right behind Ryan Blaney.
Outside lane to keep him up front. That's as good.
Now here comes Suarez to the outside. He's going to have a run. Stalls out in the middle.
Kyle Busch told us, not much dancing partners left in our stable. He's got one right there, Suarez in front of him, a Chevy. 2 Chevys on that outside, 2 Fords on the bottom.
Oh, we had a lap car there of Hamlin. Kind of slowed up Blaney a little bit. Here comes Suarez. Suarez has got the run on the outside being pushed by Kyle Busch up here. They stick side by side. And Suarez is going to lead this lap. Any one wrong move here, it can cause a wreck. And Cindric has been shuffled out. He's being dropped to the back. Could have been an accident. Now we have an accident. There goes Josh Berry. Right into Carson Hocevar, and that's Elliott spinning again. Elliott almost got hit, but he saves it again. Elliott has spun around 3 times today.
Chase Elliott car is still rolling, but when we play this replay, you're going to see the 2 car have to get checked up and get stuck in the middle, and they jam things up from the center of 1 and 2 to the exit.
Sure did. Big movements there in the front of the line.
Yeah, we got 11 laps to go.
Cindric got in trouble, had to lift getting into 1. Watch these runs. I was looking at Busch and Suarez getting in on the outside.
All right, so you watch this here.
Coming as hard on the bottom too. You see him lift.
Yeah, Cindric lost the handling there, and he had to check up.
He had to move, and here comes Truex on the bottom filling the void.
And when we talk about
He had to check up, and then Bubba got loose in front of Josh Berry, and that caused Josh Berry to hit Carson Hocevar, and he spun around. Chase Elliott also spun around too, but didn't get any damage.
Tires won't turn. So Austin Cindric went into that corner, and the front of his car just would not steer, and he gets stuck in the middle. And you see the 23 car get a little bit loose, and then Josh Berry check up just a little bit and got loose behind him and spun out.
I'm glad we saw.
Hocevar got a little bit airborne.
The movement of air is what made Berry loose. As soon as he got loose in front of him, it took the air off of his car. That wake in front of him dumped all the air off of his, and boy, around it went.
Yeah, and a lot of times in that situation, Clint, when you've got the wheel in it like that and you just check up, that car will sometimes just unload and spin out. It's hard to tell if the 4 car had to check up right there when the 23 got a little bit sideways there, but
that just lifted Carson Hocevar.
Yeah, it was amazing. As soon as Walton's car got loose, that thing followed suit right behind him.
Nemechek just narrowly misses a spinning Elliott. Here's Corey LaJoie's view.
Which way is he going? Wow. You see him downshift, grab that gear quick. Another 80 gets slowed down.
So yeah, 3-car accident here.
oh my goodness.
With only 10 laps to go.
Carson Hocevar's car as he hits the 4 of Josh Berry.
See how hard that thing is to drive with that broken toe link on the left rear.
10th caution flag of the day. Still 10 laps to go. Daniel Suarez out in front of Ryan Blaney.
Everything we build is from the
Yeah, Josh Berry is out of this race. His toe link is broken.
crazy idea.
Or as we're on commercial break again.
Everything you see, everything you feel when you drive it. We put everything we have into our trucks, so you get everything out of them. Trucks are what we do.
Still going to be a good finish, but man, I hope. We've already had like 2 wrecks in like past 10 laps. I don't think that's going to be the last caution because they're just breeding cautions now. Blaney still has the lead though.
You give, and you give. This tax season you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get unlimited data. You get America's most reliable 5G network. You get a Samsung Galaxy A15 for only $99, so you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah! Good talk.
Turn your tax refund into a U-Fund. Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
We've come a long way together. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries, and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
All right,
Suarez was ahead of Ryan Blaney by inches at the last scoring loop.
they ruled Daniel Suarez ahead of Blaney by the last scoring loop.
Was the difference. So it'll be Suarez with lane choice on the restart.
And that's because of that Cindric move, him having to lift. Blaney lost his help with his teammate behind him, lost the battle for the lead.
We're going to have not more than 6 laps to race to settle this in Atlanta. What an eventful.
So it seems like caution will be lifted with 6 laps to go. So it's going to be a 6-lap shootout.
It's going to be Block City. Here comes the runs. This is going to be awesome. Whoever wins this thing has earned their keep this day.
Denny Hamlin gets the free pass. That should move into 1 lap down.
So let's see. We still have Kyle Busch has had an up and down day. He's still in third place.
He's got a fast race car. He's got good experience. He's already been in victory lane. You know, he knows how to get the job done on this style of racing that we have in Atlanta. I like the chances.
Blaney picking the top.
All right,
I don't
so
know. Where do you break those Chevys up?
Well, here's the 8 radio on which lane?
Every time the bottom lane has got the lead going into 1 and 2, but they come detached at like the 3/4 mark, and then everybody, like the first 2 or 3 rows, get separated by like 1, and it kind of stalls out, and then they get all evened up by the time you get back to the start finish line. That's just on the first lap.
See Suarez picks the outside.
Pretty good assessment. You should be a predator. I'll add it to the list.
He's about as relaxed, even when we talk to him, as I think I've ever seen him. To be that relaxed in this scenario, pretty special.
No, we're still under caution.
I saw that video, and I thought we were coming to the choose right there. I'm like, oh man.
So we're gonna have 5 laps to race.
And then I realized
That's what I thought. But
Seemed like NASCAR still wanted to clean up some stuff.
So we were not at the choose. They added a lap, and we'll choose at 6 to go and race at 5 to go.
So it says it's gonna be a 5-lap shootout.
Same principle applies, though. Is that what you think? How they're going to choose, Kevin?
You think they're gonna? I think.
You think Blade's going to take the outside?
Well, I think he's gonna have to go off of what Suarez does, but I think I just think he'll probably take the outside unless he wants to break those Chevys up like you're saying. So a lot of conversations happening between the driver and the chief and the spotter.
So the first four are Chevy, Ford, Chevy, Toyota.
So let's see. I'm still sticking with Blaney to win this race. So I predicted.
Would be if the two Chevrolets are together.
Well, Kyle told us that. Kyle Busch told us in the in-car, there is no more friends. I'm out of them. They're either out of the race or they're not up here with me. I think these guys, it's every man for himself. I think you go with it.
See how they pick these lines here.
Track position's key now. Inside 10 to go. I want the track position.
Well, we know Truex wants the bottom. That's where he's been successful all day. All right, Suarez at the bottom. Kyle's going to go with him. That puts Truex up top. Pretty much
exactly the scenario that we were talking right there. Go with it or not.
So now the question is going to be, if the Chevys lead into turn one on the bottom, as
So Blaney's going to have the outside.
lead into one, can they prevail on turn two?
Well, we heard Martin, as you said, Mike, talk about wanting to be on the bottom of the racetrack. But
And once again, the race is going to finish in prime time. Are we going to get another caution, or are we going to make it all the way? Or will we crash with one lap to go and it be determined by a caution? We'll see.
It's all about the help behind you. If you're Suarez, if you're Blaney, it's the help behind you.
Elliott's still in it, but he's spinning. If we have the big one, he may have a chance of winning still.
Make sure that he's walked on your bumper.
Kind of like last week. He was just in the back.
And do they stall out enough to enable a Cindric or even Bubba to pounce on a 3-wide scenario?
Well, it's going to come down to
Look over your shoulder.
who has to lift the least.
That's right.
Getting into turn 3. They're going to push through 1 and 2, but when they get to turn 3, how does
All right.
who can stay close enough to
5 laps to go.
not have that big moment?
5 laps to go. Who is going to win this race? The pace car is going down. Blaney and Suarez side by side. Kyle Busch behind Suarez. Blaney in front of Truex. 5 laps to go. Green flags back in the air. Who's going to win it at Atlanta? Great start by Suarez and Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is giving that push to Suarez. Suarez goes up to block Blaney. Blaney squeezes up to the outside. Blaney's going to take the lead. And he's going to get in front of Suarez. Suarez just couldn't block Blaney there. 4 laps to go. All Blaney has to do is block the inside and outside. Which lines have the best runs? Oh, Kyle Busch and Suarez almost wrecked, but they gather it together. Blaney goes to the inside. Suarez tries to go to the top. Truex is in the wall. 3 laps to go. Everybody's blocking every other lane. Kyle Busch has a run on the bottom. Bunch of racing in the middle of the pack.
Suarez way high. That Blaney's doing a whale of a job blocking. Can you keep him behind?
2 laps to go. Will Suarez have anything for Ryan Blaney? Or will anyone else try to pass Blaney? Kyle Busch is getting a big run on the bottom, but Suarez side drafts. Here we go, Suarez. He could get a run on this outside. Will he or will he not? 1 lap to go. Is Blaney going to hang on to this lead? Kyle Busch, he's going to try to make a run here. But this is the best scenario for Blaney. These 2 cars going side by side. Here comes Kyle Busch up high. Bubba Wallace is going to give Blaney the push. They're 3 wide for the finish. Who is it going to be? 3 by 3. Kyle Busch, Blaney, Suarez. Who's it going to be? 3 wide. It's going to be. It's a photo finish. Wow. The finish is under review.
How about that?
Let's see. I think Suarez has it. I think it's going to be Suarez first, Blaney second, Busch third. I think Suarez won the race. Daniel Suarez wins the second race of his career, and it comes at Atlanta. What a finish. What a finish. Daniel Suarez gets the win.
Gets his second Cup career win. His first one came last June at Sonoma.
This is a very popular win, Daniel Suarez. I said it last week in Daytona. He was in that picture at the end of that thing. Boy, was he here again.
Wow. That's got to be the craziest finish since Talladega 2011. 3 wide to the line. Yeah, let's see. Kyle Busch tried to make the move on Blaney. They were 3x3. I'm surprised that they made it to the line. But what a finish. What a finish. Suarez barely beats Blaney and Kyle Busch.
And I love what you said there. As soon as Wallace slid up and eliminated all the help from behind, at that moment you knew it was a 3-car drag race to the finish. And Daniel Suarez, I'm not Jamigo. Huge win for him. That's going to be very popular.
7th win for Trackhouse Racing. Their last came at Phoenix in November in the season finale. And Chevrolet doubles up with wins at Daytona and Atlanta. There's a high five. What a finish.
What a finish. What a race. Yeah, and night.
Yeah, what a race. Congratulations to Daniel Suarez. I was so close to predicting the winner, but Blaney got second place. I should get the points in the league, as long as no one picks Suarez. I don't think anyone picks Suarez. Dang it. Wesley picks Suarez.
He was there. I know he's frustrated, but holy cow, being a part of that 3-way finish, teammate or team owner Justin Marks.
That's fine. I still get 5 points. So yeah. So Daniel Suarez won the second race of his career, and it comes at Atlanta. We gotta hear this interview.
What a finish indeed. Daniel Suarez, it is a Mopsy.
You got the pinata.
He's got the pinata. And the pinata is busted. What an amazing finish, Daniel. You found a way to get to the outside there. Did you know you had it at the line?
Locked in the playoffs as well.
It was so damn close, man. It was so damn close. You know, it was good racing. Ryan Blaney there, Kyle Busch, Austin Hendrick also was doing a great job giving pushes. In the back of circle, he didn't push me because he knew I was going to fight his teammate. But, man, what a job, you know. We were wrecking lap 2. They got did an amazing job fixing this car. So, man, I can thank everyone enough. Trackhouse Racing, Freeway Insurance, Chevrolet, all the amazing fans here. Woo! Let's go!
Daniel Suarez, your winner in Atlanta.
Yeah, what a finish. That's gonna be on the replay for years to come.
Anything that you could have done any differently there?
Yeah, typically the third, whoever's behind getting into 3 prevails at the start-finish line on the side.
Oh, man.
So I don't know, I think I was second to the
What a finish.
there, and the 99 was the furthest back, and he made the ground back up with the side draft and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think you could stop.
So yeah, Kyle Busch is talking.
Wouldn't have put us in
Crazy
the spot
finish.
there, I don't think. But
All right, so that's all for this stream. I will see everybody next week at Las Vegas. I will upload. Well, no, I won't be at Las Vegas, but I'll be streaming the race. But Yeah. So I'll be here next Sunday, and I'll try to upload a post race either Monday night or Tuesday, depending on how things go. But yeah, I'll see you next time.
We'll have to do it again and find another one.
Thanks, Scott. All right, let's go over here. We'll find